Welcome back to the A60 show. I'll be your host, A60, aka AP, aka Little Al, aka Double R, whatever you want to call it. I'm here for you and your pleasure. We're back with the A60 show. We're back with another great guest. But before we get into anything, I want to make sure I give a few shout outs first. Uh, First, I would like to shout out my sponsor, Elite Learners, Miss Kamara Jackson. Hope all is well with you. Continue to get healthy. Um, and, we'll be doing big things with the A60 event coming up July 8th to the 10th. We're going to call it, the reunion weekend. We got a bunch of things going on. We got the team from Texas coming down. We'll be down there that Thursday. Again, got to hook up with my guy Lemon so we can make sure we can get the same venue we had before. We had a great time. No tickets to be sold at the door. It's a Jersey party Friday night, games Saturday and Sunday, and we'll be doing that at St. John's Park. As everybody know, we're switching up the location this year. Also, want to send my prayers out to a good friend of ours, my guy Steve, aka Uncle. What I just heard, he was in a coma for the past 2 months. He just came home today, so I want to give out my prayers to him and his family. Um, so I definitely want to shout that out. Um, so to everybody that's here, um, want everybody to know about the A60 apparel is coming out soon. We got the shirts. We'll have the hoodies and sweatsuits pretty soon. Just give me some time, but the shirts will soon be available. Also, just want everybody to know that A60 will be doing. I have another interview set up for next week. Of course, there's always surprise guests every time we do something. But more importantly, I'm always going to try to give you great content every week that I'm on. And even the weeks that I'm not on, I'm working to always try to bring somebody new and fresh to the show. Everybody that's on, everybody that checks in, please like Chopping It Up with A60 on the Facebook page. Or you can go to my YouTube channel, which is Chopping It Up with A60, and subscribe. I would appreciate that. So, without further ado, I want to bring on our guest. Man, I want to say we go way back, but I guess he's older than me, so we can say way back. But I was a young kid playing with him. I'm trying to think. I know we played in Kingston against each other and with each other, and we won some chips together on both. Um, but I'm trying to remember if it started when we was with the Mariners, and that was my guy Steve's team, and he bringing out to play with him. But when I tell you, I've played with some great pitchers. I've played against some great pitchers. But you know as well as I do, pitchers control the game. This guy here controlled the game. I don't think there was too much I had to do when I was playing center field. And I don't think it was too much he had to do. I think, he's always said it best sometimes we played. Out if they hit it up, I'm walking off the field because I know if it's going to you, you're going to run it down or you're going to go get it. But I've seen this guy pitch in many situations where he's up, he's down, he knows how to get out of the situation. He's been doing the game for so long, and he's still doing it on a high level. Great friend. I still remember when I was playing basketball, his son Hito. I remember giving him pictures and autograph stuff when I was playing basketball and coming to the games. And I think me and his son was playing catch. So I was a young kid playing with his kid. So that was able to play catch with his son. So that's how we became even more family. But I'm so thankful that he gave me an opportunity to do this interview. So I'm really looking forward to this. So welcome to the A60 show, my good friend Nesto.
Great to be here, son. Great to be here. Well, that's my man Sugar. When he gets tired, he'll fly away. Right
Sugar,
now, he's all in the business right now, right, Sugar? All in the business.
Sugar said, "I need to get some attention too."
Yeah, he likes attention. I just came home from the store, so you know that he's on me, son.
Oh, he's
on me,
ready. He's ready to rock and roll.
Yes, he is.
Nessa, what up, man? What you been up to? I see
I'm
you still
still
winning
playing,
chips,
son.
man.
I'm still playing, son. I'm still. I can't give it up, son. It is what it is. I think if I give it up, I'm gonna get old. So you know what? It keeps me young. I play with my son now more than ever. We won a couple of chips last year. So I'm just gonna keep going, son. The Dominicans have made softball huge.
Yeah, I
huge.
see.
I've been to Florida, Connecticut, anywhere. These guys pay for your flight. They pay for your hotel. How can you say no, son? And the level of competition is off the chains.
Is this clincher or this Dudley?
No, they finally went to clincher.
Wow.
No more Lexi ball. No,
Okay.
some tournaments are clincher gold. But
Okay, clincher
overall,
gold, yeah.
they went with too many guys were getting hurt. Too many pitches were getting hit in the face.
Ah.
So they went to now it's just the regular clincher, but any bat. So that's the problem. Any bat. They could use any bat, but other than that, the competition is great. I wish it was Kingston's heyday right now. Because I know those boys are good, but I don't know, man. I don't know if they could beat the Kingston team and especially in Loud. I don't think they could. I don't think so. Too much speed. The fact that Kingston was 3 outfielders, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Loud and Harley, and the gap was hard to hit, says everything to me that I don't think they'd be able to fuck with us in Loud. I really don't. I think we had too much speed. We were smart. We would move the runners over. We did a lot of things that people don't realize that we were doing.
Yeah, it was more of a technical game when we was playing out there. We had to, be a physician.
Yeah, especially when we were playing Mo Better.
Oh God!
And Chris with his 38 alley oops and all his defensive schemes and all that. Listen, that's why I got a lot of respect for that man. That man, put it this way: a lot of people used to be like, "Why are you playing in Kingston?" Because I want to beat Mo Better. That's it. That was my thing. To beat Mo Better with the young guns. I started with the young guns. Mm-hmm. Remember the whole Puerto Rican team that we did? We actually did pretty good.
Was that the Titans team?
The Titans team, remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We actually had Lefty. We had a good team. I think we made it to the semis, which wasn't bad for
not for Kingston. Not for Kingston.
So we did pretty good, but the game has changed now. It's hard to describe this game today. It's really hard because we used to practice. People don't practice anymore.
No one practices.
No one practices. We used to practice, even with the Mariners. Fat Rick we used to practice once or twice a week in the middle of the season. That one time we went to Kingston, remember, and we did a scrimmage against Mo Better.
Mm-hmm.
So
the game has changed a lot. Even when I come up there, I come home and I watch a couple of the games. It's nowhere where it used to be. It's nowhere the same. And I think a lot of guys. And this, in my opinion, I don't think they respect the game as much as it used to be respected back in the days. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, we used to eat, breathe, and softball, bro. We used to, on the all season, we used to work out. We used to get together as a team. It doesn't really happen that much anymore. Everybody, it's tough. Money has ruined softball, right? Because now people want to get paid. So there's no loyalty, like Mo Better was a perfect example, right? You had young guns got together to try to beat them. Another level how many teams got together to try to beat Mo Better, right?
It's a good point.
And the consistency was that Mo Better was pretty much the same team every year. He didn't really have those problems of people wanting to get paid. The love of the game and the name on that uniform was enough for these guys to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore. You understand? And that's sad because guys jump from team to team now like it's no problem. There's no loyalty. So it's hard to build.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
So the only teams that I see building now are the Gil with the Hurricanes. That's always been a constant. the guy from the Bronx, and even though his payroll has gone up like 100%.
Wow.
Yeah, he even says that it's hard. Nobody's loyal, but everybody got their hand out now. You
But-
you got to get him a job. So if you could get a guy a job, he'll play for you.
Oh my God. So
Yeah,
these
no,
guys now is taking it to guys who probably don't even deserve to get paid are just asking to get paid.
Well, some of these pitchers that are getting paid should not be getting paid, son. They
That's
should
what I was
not
about
be
to say. Yeah.
but there's a shortage of pitchers, and the fact that there's a shortage of pitchers, that's why they're able to hold on. Let me get rid of this guy. Now it's time. Let's go. All right.
My man Nesto. Yeah, Jacob, it's crazy. Like
I gave him
these dudes-
Pito, son.
you gave it.
He likes my son. That's why he went with him. He likes him.
You got to get him. You got to get Hito to come in for a little bit when he get a chance.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get him.
So when did you start playing softball?
I started playing softball I played when I was a kid, because there was this man. His name was Sarge. He was a black man. He used to work in 304, PS 304.
Mm-hmm.
He was the custodian in PS 304. The name of his team. Damn, I can't remember the name of his team. But all I know is that me and my boy Felix were the only Hispanics on that team. And we were young. We were like 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
And he took us to Betsy Hay. And that's the one that I think that's the one that has the center field with the high fence.
What's my Betsy Hay?
Betsy Hay, isn't Betsy Hay the center field like a cross? Is it that one?
Nah, I think you're talking about I want to say Bristol.
I don't know, but he took
because Betsy Head was an open field. Betsy Head was open.
No, this one had this one. Then it wasn't Betsy Hay. It was a black league, but center field was wicked. It was it was center field wasn't that far, but the park opened up as the fence went up.
Mm-hmm.
I was like 18. This is like 38 years ago.
Oh, okay.
The man passed away a few years ago. He passed away, but he was the one that gave me the first playing softball, because he saw me playing in 304 Park.
Mm-hmm.
Playing, like you play box ball, and the times that I played a lot of hardball, so the times that they had softball games there, they would put me to play, and I kept hitting the building,
mm-hmm.
and hitting it over the fence. I mean, the park wasn't that big, but I was young, so I mean, hitting the third or fourth floor, people were impressed, and that's how he got me. Yeah. I was playing center field for him at a young age.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then at 21, I went to Puerto Rico for a year just to get out of here. I played hardball over there. I got to AA, and then I destroyed my elbow.
Mm-hmm.
So then I came back, and then softball it was, and that was it.
How did you get to Kingston Park? Who introduced you to Kingston? The Mariners?
Yeah, the Mariners and Eddie Leche. Remember Eddie
Leche? Yes.
Eddie Leche was the softball horror at that time.
Yo, my guy Ed, man.
No, he's one of the best leadoff hitters I've ever seen, bro.
Ever. I've seen him chop that thing down third and get on any way you want it, baby.
We played in the first years of the Mariners. We played in Starlight City, and Starlight City. I think this was like 93 or 94. We were just starting out. We had like our second year, whatever. So they had us last in that league because they had a scoreboard, and they talked about all the teams, and they had us last. We had Salam, Lenny, rest in peace. Bobby Singh. You remember Bobby?
Bobby? Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you something, bro. Those guys, they had Rocca. They had all the pitchers, because in that time there was no illegal pitchers. It was just, if you could get them, you was good. If not, you got to hit them. They robbed us twice in that league, so we wouldn't win. The first time, Lenny hit a bomb, right? We got ahead, and in the last inning, it was a ground ball to third. David San Inocencio was our second baseman, one of the best second basemen around. He catches the ball, and as he's catching it, he jumps off the bag. You know, as he's catching it, throws the first double play. The umpire says that he never stepped on second base.
Oh,
that's how we lost. And so after the game, the umpires had to break out because Rick was trying to get him. So we had the whole Rick because it was so bad. That's why it was so. We didn't go back after that because they did it to us twice.
Okay.
But Lenny and Salam and Bobby, bro, they were tearing that league up, bro. The pitcher couldn't understand how Lenny was so big and how he still was running up on his shit.
Yeah, really. I still understand fast pitch. He's running up on the ball. I can't do that.
The guy was throwing dots, bro, dots. And Lenny was smashing him, bro. I couldn't listen. To me, Lenny was one of the best hitters I've seen. For his size, you know what I'm saying? All the intangibles that he didn't have. My man was a monster, bro. And he could pitch.
Yes,
he was one of the best first basemen.
Yep.
You know, he was the nicest guy. You know what I'm saying? Best teammate. I miss that dude.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys. He's one of the ones that I miss because of we were both first basemen. We were both knuckleball pitchers. You know what I'm saying? We won a lot together. You know, it's just, and people forgot about Salam.
Oh yeah,
Salam was.
Yeah.
You know, like people have no idea how good that man was. No idea, bro.
Nah,
you know, Salam,
catching, first base, did it all, man.
Remember he started pitching?
I chose the end. I was like, Salam, what are you doing? He's like, man, I can throw the ball too. Okay, Salam.
Yeah, whatever. But you know what? He was winning. He was winning some games here and there.
Jacob said it took him a whole year to hit you.
Jacob. Fucking snake. Snake, you remember? You remember Kingston? Remember that? How we lost? Oh my God. Jacob is a great ball player that'll always be remembered for popping up in the infield in that championship.
Is that the first AL championship?
No, the one we lost when we had them beat. Remember that we went like 15 innings and we lost? I pitched 2 games. We went 15 innings and we lost to Mo Better in the last inning.
In the regular season?
No, in the championship.
I don't think I was on that team.
No. This was who we had.
Because it had to be.
This was in Kingston, not in St. John's. This was in Kingston.
So it had to be 04.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first one. That was the very first one. Because the next year, no, you know what? That had to be 03 because 04, we won it. When I was on the team with you and Chris Howard was pitching at that time.
Yeah, but when we won it, we won in St. John's.
No. 04, we won it in Kingston. 05, we won it in St. John's.
Right. So it was 03 then.
Yeah, it was 03.
But that was the game that we went like.
Jacob said y'all was undefeated.
Yeah, but how many innings? Ask him how many innings we went that game that we lost.
No, he said y'all lost in a trip. He said y'all lost in a trip. How many innings was that, Jacob? How many innings was that game?
We went extra innings. We went like 13 innings or something like that.
Yeah, he's about to see. He's hitting me up. He didn't say nothing yet, but
from what I remember, we went extra innings, and I remember because I remember the hit. It was a line drive to center field.
He said 15.
15. You see, it was a line drive to center field, and Vinny tried to shoestring it, and he didn't make the catch, and we lost. Salam was the one that hit the ball. It was I had Salam like I think it was like 1 and 2 or whatever, and I got him not to pull. He hit a line drive to center field, but Vinny tried to make the shoestring catch, and he couldn't make it, and they scored and they won. I still think that if Vinny would have one-hop that shit, he still would have given me a chance to get out the inning. But
right. Instead of taking, I see what you're saying.
But it was bang bang. You know, there was nothing, bro. We were there like, you imagine the game started at 6. I'm sure it was like 10:30 at night. You know what I'm saying? Because we were there so long.
Yeah, Jacob said it was cold too. He said it was cold too.
Oh yeah, it was cold.
Yeah.
And But I've something. Some of the best games that I've pitched and I've been involved in have been in Kingston. Bro. That's
Kingston.
amazing. But of all the leagues I've played in, Kingston to me was the most intense, bro. Because I forgot how many times I heard guys say, "I'm gonna go to my car and get my gun." Remember how many times we heard that?
Right?
We heard that.
Plenty of times, yeah.
And then they knew me already. Once they started arguing, I would go sit on the bench, get some water, and relax because I knew that argument was going to be 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, you knew it was going to last forever before you even get back on the field.
Oh no, I would sit down. I would get off the mound, sit down. They already knew me for that. And then I used to tell them, when you're done, let me know, and then we'll continue because you're going to argue for about 20, 30 minutes. But it was that league. Foster, pitching to Foster, bro, in Tim's cutoff shirt, hoping that motherfucker didn't hit it like 450 feet.
You had to be special with him.
More often than not, I got him. But when he got me, he got me. But more often than not, I got him because I would not give him. I would give him everything inside, and he didn't like it.
And you was giving him some speed. And you was giving him speed.
You know it. You got to sneak that speed in there, bro. You gotta. You're not gonna survive. Remember, it was straight in lob. It wasn't like regular lob.
No,
it was straight in. So like that big hump, unless it was Earl behind the plate, because Earl, for some reason, he always changed the strike zone into a higher strike zone whenever he was there.
Yeah, he wanted it to be arc.
Yeah, but and then we used to, the same argument with Earl every week was, this is straight in lob, this is not arc. But Earl, to this day, Earl calls the same strike zone, so you can't be mad at him because it's 30 years later and I still know his strike zone. So imagine.
Yeah, that's crazy. Derek Oliver's on here. Magic, they said, "What's up?"
Talk about two great ball players right there.
Yeah,
Magic and D.O.
Yeah.
That's why Magic. I say, man, sometimes, when I go to these tournaments and I hear these guys talking shit and this and that, and I think about the Kingston teams, I would have been able to put a team together, bro. That I don't think our defense would have been sick. Our speed, those gappers are not gappers. You know what I'm saying? Like.
No, with 3 outfielders, guys got 4. That's what I keep saying. Y'all got 4 outfielders. We played with 3.
In lob.
Like, you gotta be kidding me.
And Kingston was huge. That park was huge, bro.
Chuck was on here. Chuck said, "What's up, too, Nesto?"
Chuck was a right field playing, right field hitting.
Shoot the middle, bro. Shoot the middle, Chuck.
Son.
Shoot the middle, Chuck.
You know who was? Russ, man. Russ.
Oh, Big Russ, monster.
Woo!
Yeah, Big Russ, monster.
Yo, lefty.
Ricardo, my boy Ricardo on here. 2-3, Hitman. What up?
Ricardo was the one that taught me the grip, how to throw a knuckleball.
Wait a minute. So I'm. It's funny. It's funny who taught who how to do what. So you telling me Ricardo taught you how to grip the knuckleball?
Ricardo, one day we were in Kingston messing around, and he showed me that he one finger grip, and that's I took it from there.
Wow.
Now it took me like 2 years to learn that, but once I got the hang of it, but it was like because with one finger you can control it more, and the more you throw it with one finger, now you could throw it left, you could throw it right. I can make it go down, I can make it go up. Now if I put more than one finger, I can't control it. But with that one finger, I can guide it with that one finger. And once you learn how to do that, forget it, bro.
Crazy.
It took me 2 years to learn that. But Ricardo was the one that he was like, he was messing around, and I started messing around with him like that. And before you know it, I started like recognizing what I can do. And then before you know it, there you go. And I used to pitch for my job, right? So in my job, we took like 3 years. We couldn't win the championship. When we finally win the championship, we lost our pitcher. Mm-hmm. So I learned how to pitch. The first time I got on the mound, I walked 7 guys in a row. Never happened after that. You know me, I'm a competitor. So,
I knew you hate that.
I was so pissed, bro, that I think I practiced for like 2 weeks straight. And I never walked that many guys again. I get hit here and there, but I wasn't walking people. But I was throwing much harder too at that time.
That's
because it was modified. I just wish I could throw a little bit more harder now, because these guys will not be able to hit it.
Universal told me to tell you what's up.
Who?
Universal.
Oh,
Dave
Universal,
Roster.
my man.
Yeah. He told me to tell you. So he's on here.
I
They're all on
remember
the
all the
check in.
names from back in the day, son.
Yeah, they go. They check in. They check in when they can get in here. So I know you was with that Mariners team, and let me tell you, I think it was that the first time we met was with the Mariners.
Yes. Well, we know each other in Kingston too. But
Okay.
who was the one? Was it?
Well, I know Uncle brought me.
What Steve?
to,
What year Steve run the team?
I couldn't tell you what year he brought the team.
Because he took over the Mariners after Rick and Jalen and Diesel didn't do it anymore.
I know I started playing with the Mariners, I think I want to say 96, 97. That's when I started playing with the Mariners, when we was playing out in I can't remember the park name out there. Across the street from that bar.
Oh, McCarran.
Is that McCarran?
Yeah, McCarran Park.
McCarran.
Don't forget that was one of the best leagues around at that time.
And we used to play on Sundays. We used to play Sunday mornings.
Sunday mornings on Blacktop.
Yeah, Sunday
morning. And at that time, any pitcher could pitch. So Ramesh was there, Fran was there, John Brown was there. There was all of them. There was no banning. That's why people love McCarran, because any pitcher could pitch.
And it was open. It was nice. Like I said, it was nice. It was open. It was nice and open. I mean, that team we had, like some Sundays, you got Butch Nelson, Little Joe, Al Watson. You got Frank, like you said.
Yeah.
You got Larry. Magic's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You got Ricardo. You looking all over. You got Vinny, Seven coming out. We had enough of like two teams, depending on whose Speedy was coming out there to pitch. And you didn't know, but you didn't care because the team we had was solid.
I didn't have to pitch. I didn't have to pitch that much with that team. But the years that we won it, that's one thing. I got the MVP. This is something I'm proud of because of that league. For 3 years in a row, I got the MVP in that league, pitching against the best. You understand? And don't forget, Teddy No Control, rest in peace. His payroll was big on that team. It took him 3 years. I don't know how many thousands of dollars to beat us, to finally beat us. But my man, he paid through the wazoo. That liquor store he had, bro, that man was spending our money, bro. Listen, he was the one that brung, the Dominican dude, the big dude, Darling?
Darling, I remember Big Darling.
Him. He brung him. Santo. All these guys were kids when I faced them. Now now we all older now, but at that time they all had their teams. Shit, Darling was one of the best hitters around, bro.
Yeah, they was coming. Them teams was young and they were powerful.
He was the first Big Papi. The first Big Papi was him. That's what they used to call him, Big Papi.
But it wasn't too many. Remember, we played with 3 outfielders out there too, right?
Yeah, we were so good. We used to play with 5 infielders sometimes. Don't forget.
Yeah.
When our outfield was that good, we played with 5 infielders. It was sick, bro. It was sick.
Yeah, it was out of control. Good times. That Mariners team. I always wondered if we would have put that Mariners team in Kingston.
Who knows? I mean, I just think we didn't have enough speed. You understand? Like first to third, another level going first to third was like nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, that we used to remember. These guys ran the bases, bro. Like it was insane the way they ran the bases.
Mm-hmm.
They first to third, and then let's not even talk about defense. When you have Al Watson and Tap up the middle, come on, man. That's like in their prime.
Yeah. Oh my God. Scary.
We had you in the middle in center field. Then you got Al Watson. Then you got Tap. Then you got, man, that's insane, bro. Then they used to wonder why people used to complain about our team.
Yeah, every time we came out there, they were like, yo, who you calling this weekend? Yeah. Like, Uncle would just call different people. Like, are you coming this weekend? You coming this weekend? He's like, who you calling this weekend? And we're like, we just all show up and then we'll go have breakfast and get ready to go to Kingston.
The love of the game was different at that time too, man. And, these guys, we were all committed to play. We took care of ourselves in the off season. We stood in contact. We go to the cages. They don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, That's big. For to make a team great, you need that. You need
Mhm.
that camaraderie. You need to be. That's why AL was so good because we got along. And even if we argued, nobody quit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Nobody was that thin skin that we couldn't get on. Vinny got on everybody.
Everybody.
Who didn't want to fuck up Vinny at one time or another?
I think everybody wanted to beat his little behind.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
you know what? I respected Vinny though because Vinny talked the same way to everybody.
Agreed.
So it wasn't like he was picking on you or whatever because he doesn't. If it was your week, it was your week.
And he will tell you, yo, you ain't hitting. You ain't playing. If you ain't hitting, you ain't playing.
Hey, listen, he
He will
had
tell
me.
you.
He had me and Chris Howard, and the last championship game it was Chris Howard that pitched. I played first base and he pitched. So it goes to show you how good Chris Howard was.
Oh, that year, he was on fire.
Yeah, that year he was on fire that year.
He was on fire, dude. I'm not gonna even hold you. Like that 04 year that we won in Kingston. Look, I'm telling you, I didn't every time we played on a Sunday, I just knew we was walking away with 2 victories. It didn't matter who we played. You and him going back to back, yo, who y'all play? It don't matter who we playing.
We didn't give up a lot of runs either, bro. That was
No, no,
sick.
no, no.
We didn't give up that many runs, bro.
No, we locked down a lot.
They scored 2 or 3 runs. That was a lot in lob, which was that's why I try to tell people, bro. I used to pitch lob with another level, and my ERA was like 2, and we talking about lob. You understand?
Right.
Because if it's a base hit, they got the ball in. They didn't play around. They just got the ball, got us to second base. Our fundamentals was tight, and the only way to beat Mo Better was to be fundamentally better than them that day.
That's right.
And we were finally better than them that day. And it's still we still it wasn't easy. That's how good they are.
No. Do you remember one good game in Kingston that you can talk about that you can be like, man, this was an intense game that you remember?
Well, that the one I was telling you, the 15 inning game to me
Oh,
stands
that
out
50
forever.
inning stands out. Okay.
Because it was like me and I forgot who was. I think it was. I don't know if he was pitching. I probably had to be Speedy. It had to be Speedy. I was going up against. It was either Speedy or Lenny. But bro, it was like they couldn't hit us. They couldn't hit us. The defense and both pitchers being on and the umpire just being an umpire and not being part of the game. That game was going. I mean, to pitch 2 games. That to me that was one of the. And all it did was piss me off even more and piss us off even more for the next year.
That's true.
And instead of us apart, we came together even more.
Yeah.
And teams now quit, but that team didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? We were there, bro. That's why, I tell people, I was like, that those days, to me, my best softball years was Kingston.
Yeah, I can say that.
Just because of the games, the betting, the harassment.
Oh my
God. The
God.
shit I used to hear, bro.
I can imagine.
Man, lucky that I paid that I don't pay attention to anything. But let me tell you something. They used to say some crazy shit, bro.
But nobody wasn't messing with you out there.
No, nobody was messing with me.
No, you knew that.
I had a lot of respect out there.
Yeah.
They listen, when I used to come in that park, guys used to be like, "How you feel? How you feel?" Oh, I'm good. Yeah, we banned some big money today. Yeah, and that's how
that's how it started.
Go, get out. I remember there was a guy batting, and the count was like 1-1 or something. And the guy said, "I'll give you $50 if you get a hit." But it was, and he looked at it's hard to remember everything. But they used to bet while you batting. They used to be betting.
Yes.
He's gonna get a hit. He's not gonna get a hit. This guy's gonna strike out. Like it was insane. The amount of money that was out in Kingston at that time, and in turn, that's what made the game so intense. And that's why these guys used to argue about anything. Remember the games used to be like 2 or 3 hours to play a 7-inning game?
Oh man, no, if you had that 6 o'clock game, depending on who you was playing against, between the arguing with Roberto or Chris or Vinny, even Butch, man, he rest in peace. When I was with the Horsemen, it was crazy. There's only a few pitchers in that league I used to hate hitting against. You was one of them. Ricardo, Speedy, definitely. It wasn't too many others. Lenny.
There wasn't that many there. Lenny
I
was
love
tough.
Lenny. I love
Lenny
Lenny.
was tough. Lenny was tough.
I'm trying to think. I'm so sorry. I can't remember his name. Seven's dad, when he used to pitch.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Yeah, when he was pitching with the Black Sox. But these are guys like you said.
Remember the Black Sox?
Yeah,
we had a really good team. We just couldn't get over the hump.
We just
couldn't get over the humps. We couldn't get over the hump.
We couldn't. The last championship game that we had, we split against Mo Better. We couldn't. Yeah. They didn't let us finish the game. But there was only a few pitches that I was just like, I hate hitting against these guys, dude, because first of all of you knew he wasn't going to let me go in and out. He wasn't going to let me go to right field.
Oh, no.
I wasn't really a pull hitter like that. Yeah, Big Tep. Definitely. I love Big Tep, but he was lefty. His ball, all y'all balls have movement, and I run up on the ball. So I'm looking for the ball. By the time I run up on it, it's all the way up inside of me. So, yeah, it was only a few, man, that I hated to hit against. But especially, and then, like I said, you said it best. We talked during the off season. We hung out together.
Yeah, we did.
We were friends, even though we wasn't on the same team. We were friends. Yes, we might have played against each other in Kingston, but now on Sunday we're on the same team with the Mariners or wherever we're playing. We playing somewhere else, So it's different now, and I don't think a lot of the guys, well, at least the younger generation that I know, I don't think they appreciate it.
Well, I see.
We did.
I see my son, and my son Ito says it too. He says it's different now. Ito grew up in Kingston.
Yes,
so he saw that. You know what I'm saying? He was there, bro. Him and Dio's son was hanging out all the time.
Yeah, front row.
Yeah, they grew up together. They used to get lost and go in the basketball court, and everybody knew where they were.
Mm-hmm.
I never had to worry about my son in Kingston. Never, bro. Never. Taken care of. You know what I'm saying? It's like people don't realize how much of a family we were in that park.
That park was special, man. That park, the speed went up Cardo said the speed went up 3 to 5 miles per hour in the playoffs. Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It had to. It
became a fast pitch league. After that.
Especially when we playing Mo Better and Chris is on his, alley oop and this and that.
Oh, man, slowing down the game. I want to play on this side of the field and that side of the field.
Every time that man saw that I was on a roll, that man used to start like stopping the game, calling timeout. It was the funniest thing, man. My man, he's a manager though. You got to give him credit.
You got to give him a whole bunch of credit. He knew exactly what he knew. He knew how to control it. He knew exactly how to control the game. That's what makes him one of the best out there.
What I give him credit for was changing the momentum of the game. He was really good at that, at changing the momentum, taking you out. Like if you on a roll, somehow, some way, he managed to like stop it and twist it a little bit to get his team back in there. So after playing with managers that don't know shit, that man to me was one of the best. Him and Fat Rick, because Fat Rick with the Mariners, he was really good. And with Mo Better and the Mariners wasn't afraid of competition. So we actually went to the better leagues as opposed to avoiding them.
Mm-hmm.
Because we went to 4th and 5th, which was big at that time, and McCarrion. So winning both of those was pretty big at that time. Now,
yes.
Now it's all over the place. There's not that many leagues anymore.
Are you still driving from PA down?
To play in New York? Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay. I remember when you first moved out to PA. Yeah, I remember when you first moved out to PA. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Remember, I was gone. I stopped playing for like 5 years because I had to get acclimated to, working and stuff like that. And eventually I figured it out, but it was tough. But now that with the store, because the store's only 5 minutes away from the house, I can go play in New York now because I'm only going once in a while, and it's not for work.
Mm-hmm.
So, taking a 2-hour ride to play softball, I don't mind. Taking a 2-hour ride to work in New York was a problem. Softball, not a problem. You know how we always softball. When it comes to sports, we always find a way.
We make a way.
I should have been divorced like 10 times already. Thank God my wife is understanding.
She give you your space. She give you your space.
Yeah, but softball could be tough on a relationship, bro.
Oh man, a lot of people know it's been broken homes
Mm-hmm.
because of that. You know what I'm saying? Um, them trips though, you gotta say, hey, you just come on, go on a trip with us. You know?
No, she comes.
Yeah, yeah.
Eventually, listen, either they adapt or they don't. She said, you know what? I'd rather him play softball than be in the club. I'd rather him play softball than be hanging out with motherfuckers at the bar. So which
Right,
one do you want? Which one would you prefer?
right, right.
Knowing where I'm at or not knowing where I'm at? So
Hey,
it
you know,
works
you
out.
got you got some that don't want it like that, but you're 100% right. You're right.
Listen, she met me playing softball. And I mean, at that time when she met me, we were playing how many teams a week?
Oh my God, that had to
Remember we
be
were
at
playing?
least
Uh-huh.
four teams, because you start at 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're gonna be out there, McCarran. So we out there. That's 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to hit up Kingston for another two games,
That's
and then
right.
depending on where you finish in St. John's, or it just depends on where you want to go.
But that's what we did. And then don't
Yeah.
forget that sometimes during the week we played.
Yes, that one night of the week out in McCarran.
Uh-huh.
One
So
night of the week in
now you talk about
McCarran.
4 days a week. Now that's a strain on the relationship right there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But listen, I believe that if you honest and with her and tell her, listen, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Some people like to drink, some people like to do this. I like to play softball. That's and she's finally understood that I'd rather him play softball than do other things.
Right.
She knows
Now,
where I'm at.
that's true. Now, you played on some good teams. I know you played with Bo Better.
Oh yeah, I played 1 year.
I know you played. We won that year.
The only reason I didn't stay with him was because at that time I didn't think, in my own brain, I thought it was better than I should be playing 2 games and not 1. So that's why, I didn't stay with Mo Better. I
Okay.
couldn't. My ego at that time couldn't take a platoon, and that's being 100% honest.
But
And
that's
then,
real.
the other thing was that I'd rather beat them. You understand? Like I wasn't really big into joining big teams. I was more into like, yo, come play with us. We trying to beat them. That's how I was. So who's the champion? They're the champion for 2 years. Let's try to beat the champion. I'm not trying to join the champion. I want to beat them. And that's why I went to another level. I went to the Black Sox. I went to every other team except Mo Better. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, you stay. But I was gonna ask you, out of all you play with Young Guns too.
yes.
Out of all those teams, which team had the talent that you've never seen before?
Well, the Young Guns team had a lot of talent.
Yes,
But
that's yes.
it was a lot of talent. You understand? Like
Yeah,
we,
yeah.
we didn't have a lot of chemistry, but we had a shitload of talent.
Mm-hmm.
And we won a lot of games based on our talent.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as teams, AL and the Mariners, the Mariners would always, what we accomplished with the Mariners, which was mostly a neighborhood team with a couple of brothers added on to win all those championships is something that you gotta, come on. We had Nene at shortstop for a couple of years, and Nene was an error waiting to happen every other time.
Right.
Yeah, Nene, and then the it's funny. The tallest infield I ever had was Frank Rodriguez at short and Cesar on third.
God.
Now, mind you, I have Frankie. He had just came home maybe a year or 2 from Major League Baseball.
Uh-huh.
And then I had Cesar that just came home from doing 5, I think, or some shit. So they both of them were like in the best shape ever, bro. Nothing went through there. These guys played shortstop and third in the outfield. That's how because of their arms. They used to play
their
in the
arms
outfield.
is crazy.
Frank Rodriguez was throwing like 90 miles per hour from short. And then Cesar, Cesar is like 6'3". Cesar could hit, bro, and he could play defense. Imagine that, bro. I used to pitch inside all day pitch inside. But those two, Al Watson and Tap, I've been fortunate. I have some good defense behind me over the years.
Yeah.
A lot of talent, but like knowing as a pitcher, right? The reason I don't give in is because of my defense. Because if I trust my defense, I'm not walking nobody.
Oh, you gonna pitch? That's true. Yeah.
And that was my thing. My thing was, no matter what, don't walk nobody. You understand? I mean, you're gonna walk a guy here and there, but overall, the goal is not. I'm not gonna throw nothing fat, but I'm not gonna walk you either. So I'm gonna make it a little uncomfortable for you.
That's crazy.
I think in Kingston that was the key. There was too many pitchers that used to get scared as the game went on. So let's say they're fine the first, second, third, fourth inning, but when it starts to get to the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh, they used to crash, bro. These pitchers used to crash. Meanwhile, if you have the same mindset as the first inning, you'll be fine. But that's when because you let the game get to you. You let the talking get to you. You can't hear nothing, bro. Up to this day, I don't hear shit. And I've heard some crazy shit, but it doesn't. It's just part of the game, bro. You can't pay no mind to that.
But you're still playing to this day. So what motivates you to keep playing today?
My son. I play with Ito a lot. Just winning, playing with him, because now, we play Sundays together in the morning and in the afternoon, and they're both modified because we only play modified. So we'll go in the morning. We'll play in Manny's league in Five Diamonds, and then from there we go to the Dominican League in Euclid in the turf. But they're like 7,000 and 9,000 the pot.
What you about right there in East New York?
Yeah.
The Euclid field?
Yep.
They got a league over there? What?
Yeah. Nice league too.
Wow.
Nice league. That field is really nice. They did it real nice. That turf is the new turf. It's actually easy on your knees and everything.
Wow, that's crazy.
And Five Diamonds. And then Manny Jimenez got the league in Five Diamonds.
So you don't play out there in Far Rockaway? You don't never go out there? Was that with Street Fam and all that? Or something like that?
So what happened last year was we played in Trev with Trev. So we made it to the championship, right? But we told them that we could only join the league if our games are at 2:00, because we were playing in Manny's league in the morning, and they wanted us to come in, so they said fine. So the fact, as long as you're in first place, you make the time, right? What happened was that when we wound up playing in the championship, you know how it gets dark at 5:30 like that. So we were only able to play 2 games. We wound up splitting. So instead of the following week playing at 2:00, the other team knew that we had the championship at 9:00 and the other thing. They started bitching that Trev made the game at 11:00.
Oh, but the whole season he let you guys go for it.
Yes, can't blame Trev because they were Far Rock is how Far Rock gets.
Yeah,
they were mad, let's say. So then the next week we had to split the team in half. I went to the modified and we sent the other kid. He's good too, to Far Rock, but we were missing too many guys and they beat us.
That's not fair.
That's all right. But in Manny's league, I pitched both games, and they were talking about they were going to smash us, and we beat them 4-2 and 1-0. I shut them out the last game. That's all the shit they were talking. And we won, and we won that championship at least. But that pot was like 5,000, and the pot in Far Rock was only 25 or 22.
Well, you won the bigger pot. You won the bigger pot.
So that's why I had to go to the bigger one. But I mean, if our whole team was there, I mean, I don't see how they. I'm not trying to knock that team, but if we all there, they ain't beating us. Not like that. You know what I'm saying?
Who was it? Who was the team you guys playing? Because I keep hearing about the same team, the Nikas or something like that.
No, the Nikas got smoked. We actually joined because the Nikas had won like 3 times in a row or some shit. So we went to 2 years ago we joined and we beat them in the fall. We beat them, but we didn't go back for the summer because they didn't want us back. And then we went again, and then they didn't want us back. Then we went again for the fall this time. Only because, Trev said, I'll work with y'all. And then at the end, so the Seahawks won, but there's a big motherfucking asterisk to that shit.
Oh, wait a minute. I know some guys that played on that team.
Yeah, you know them.
Yeah, that's Mel, Omar, and those guys. I know some of those guys.
Fucking Mel was handing his ass off. I don't know which one is Omar.
Slim guy, tall and slim.
He plays.
Yeah, dark skin. I don't know everybody on the team. I just seen the picture. I just seen the picture, but I know a lot of the guys that played on that team.
Well, they got what's the big guy?
Homie. Yeah.
No, they had a great team though. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
if we all there, it's a little different. You know
Different
what I'm saying? We're not taking nothing away from them, but if we all there, I mean, it's a different game, of course.
Right.
You know but I mean, it is what it is. You live and learn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, the I'm always more modified than I am lob.
More lob. Mm-hmm.
Because lob is, it's hard to pitch when it's lob, bro, because it's like it's lob. What I can't do but so much.
You just throw it up there. Service on the platter. Just throw it up there.
Right. Now that's why I wasn't afraid of power hitters. But the slap hitters, oh my God, bro. Those are the ones that get me. Those are the ones that get me all the time. The ones that just slap it over the infield, those are the ones that
fire, just dump it right over. Just dump it right over.
Mm-hmm. The smart hitters, because the power hitters, you could pitch to the power hitters, bro, because they you know what they want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Open field, they want a jacket, and there's somebody standing back there already. So
no, they don't. That's why like the taps and the Al Watson was good at going the other way and stuff like that. A lot of guys were smart, bro. But the power hitters to me, the power hitters were easy to pitch to. They were easy. This guy, what's the dude? That dude. Damn, he passed away too. He played with us in I know he played with us in Brooklyn, and he played with us with the Black Sox. The big lefty that he passed away 2 or 3 years ago.
The big lefty.
He used to put it in the roof, in across the street, and like when you hit it over right field, but he used to put it in the roof.
So he used to play with the Black Sox.
No, I don't know if he played with the. Damn, I'm trying to remember him, man.
The only one person.
He was.
It was only a few that. Big Ted.
Big Ted, that one.
That's what Magic said. Big Ted. Big Ted.
Bro. That was a cool motherfucker, bro. That was a cool dude, man.
Yeah, Big Ted.
I fucked with him heavy, son. Heavy, because that motherfucker was cool, man. Anywhere he saw you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one thing that I loved about Kingston. It didn't matter where I seen anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying we acknowledge each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was insane, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely respect. You definitely, no matter where you at, there's always going to be respect. That's one thing that I respect about the league. Like, like I said, I wish you would have came down last year for the reunion, and I think that was more important to me because when we all got out to the park, bro, it was like we saw each other yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like it was nothing left off. Like it was good. Rich Murray was in the park. I haven't seen Rich in so long. It was just so many people that you ain't seen in years just popping up at the park. And you're like, wow, like when I did the Jersey party that Friday night, I mean, it brought back old memories of when we used to do the parties at the Masonic Temple back in the days.
Oh, I remember those.
Remember those? Yeah, and that's what it looked like. I promise you. It looked just like that. Everybody having a good time. The music was playing. Everybody was drinking. There was food everywhere. That's one thing I remember more than anything. I won't take away from it. And that's why I said, I'm going to continue to do it every year.
You remember the fish fries we used to have?
Oh, he was out there. Yeah, my boy D-Mac was out there.
Uh-huh.
My boy D-Mac was out there on Saturday making some fish. He hit me up and said, Al, can I make fish? I said, it wouldn't be the same if you didn't make fish. Yo, that was Sunday.
Remember him in center field, bro?
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ, man.
That was my best. He was the best. Like I put two center fielders before me. I put him and I put Milt. That's it.
That's
Those
right.
are the two.
That's
Those are the
right.
only two I put before me because they was doing it before I was doing it. I paid a lot of respect for them, especially D Mac. Him climbing up that gate
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, yo, just the way he carried himself too. Just the way he carried himself.
Pound for pound, Milton was the best one.
Oh, I love Milt. That's my guy,
His,
Milt.
listen, my man was small, bro,
Mm-hmm.
and that arm was wicked.
Oh my God, accurate too. Accurate.
Yeah, like if he, bro, it was like nothing. You understand?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he wasn't like raring to throw the ball. You know, he just take that one step and it was amazing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Like I tell people all the time.
He didn't hit a
Yesterday,
lot. He didn't hit a lot.
no,
But,
that wasn't his thing. But he locked down the outfield.
But he'll save you 2 or 3 runs a game.
Easy.
And you can't run on him. So that means that he's catching everything. Guys are scared to run. You understand? It's like it. Yo, that dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
He will be sleeping on, bro.
Yeah, Renee, it was like family day and a party, and that's what we're gonna make it every year. It's gonna be the same thing. Family day.
I'm there this year. This year, I'm there for sure.
Man, definitely got to be there. You know what I'm saying? It was great. It was great. Jeff, what up, Jeff? Number 23, Jeff Roberts is in the building.
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah, that's my
Mercedes,
second baseman right there.
Mercedes,
that's
Mercedes
my second
right
baseman.
there. Jeff been with Mercedes forever, right?
Yeah, forever.
Remember when he came with the cars, son?
Yo, every time he pulled up with something nice.
One of the smoothest dudes I know is Jeff Roberts.
Listen,
my man was smooth, son.
Jeff was the only person who was playing in different type of shoes that nobody could buy. he was playing. His batting gloves was Jordan, but his shoes was like Lamborghini shoes or something like that.
No, I remember my man was smooth, bro. My man used to play the game and dress for it too.
He stayed fly, man.
Fly ass dude. And let me tell you something. My man is a great person. You understand? He's always been the same. Never switched up. Always been the same. Amazing.
Definitely. Still is. Definitely. Shout out to my boy 2-3. Shout out to my boy.
What about Dave Goldstein and his Brooklyn teams?
Oh my God. Rest in peace, Dave Goldstein.
Rest in peace. But Dave Goldstein used to put a team of 30 dudes together in every league. Remember that one?
Yeah. He didn't care who was on the roster. You come play.
I miss Dave. I miss Dave because when like if Dave expected you to come, he'd be blowing up your phone, bro. Remember?
All day.
You coming. But you know what? For that man, I showed up. I showed up for that man, son. That man's commitment to sport.
I wouldn't play with nobody else. I would play with him. If he had came to me and said, "Yo, Al, I need you to play an early bird or snowflake or whatever." All right, Dave. Nobody asked me. I'm gonna come rock with you, no matter what.
Man, you know how many championships we won with Dave? Oh my God, bro! A lot, bro. A lot. It was amazing.
I got some nice. You know, I can't find them now, but some nice Brooklyn jackets, the Brooklyn jerseys that we used to have. Mm-hmm. You know, even when we played in the fast pitch league, he had me out there in the fast pitch, the Panamanian League on Saturdays.
Well, that's right. That league was good too.
That was a good league.
That league was good for a while, bro. Before it was good,
went down, but it was good.
They had the man that used to be commentating. Remember, he used to be talking.
No, that was the Sunday. That was the Chibo League.
The Chibo League. That's right.
The Chibo. That was Sunday. I played in that league. That was good too.
Cause I remember that league. Cause what's his name? Peterkin.
My boy Pete. Yeah, he played in there. He played with the Michelles out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Peterkin was another manager that put teams together a lot. What about the guy from you said his name too, the one from, was it Primetime? What was his name?
Tio?
No, that he was Showtime.
The
other guy you met, Posse.
Oh, Roberto.
He was another nut job.
Yeah, he was crazy too.
When he was managing with that team, bro, he had a cast of characters on that team too.
They had a good team too, though.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
a good team.
Yeah, they did. And these guys, what was the team that they always used to join but hardly didn't win?
To my Desperados.
Desperados, yo. I have so much respect for those guys, bro, because they knew they were gonna get their ass cracked, but they still showed up. They never forfeit.
Bad boys.
Bad boys.
Bad boys. They got better over time. They got better over time. But then that's where Mel and them came from. Mel, the Ties, and
right.
A-Rod, they came from over there. Those guys came from over there. So, they stayed consistent and they brought out some talent.
No, they did.
Yeah.
They did. Now it's like Selly trying to bring back Red Hook, right?
Uh-huh.
But people, he can't get enough teams because people don't like competition.
Red Hook?
Yeah, he's trying to bring it back. Red Hook when he should be in Hamilton. Remember over there by 4th Avenue or whatever, Hamilton. Red Hook, you know where Red Hook is? Where actually Red Hook is.
I know where it is.
Right,
I never played out there. I don't think.
No, because remember the it was bad out there. Then that field was shut down for like 5 or 6 years. Machorito to come here for.
Yeah, those Red Hook leagues. I didn't get a chance to play out there in Red Hook.
No, it was good until but the problem over there was that it was open and it was tough to get out there. It was tough to go all the way to Red Hook all the time, especially to go from Red Hook to McCarrion to all that. It was tough. But that league was around for a long time. They did St. John's for a few years, and now they're going back to back over there. They finally fixed the fields after all these years.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was like they did the field, but the dirt was contaminated, so they had to pretty much get rid of all that dirt, and they wound up, instead of making it dirt, they took a couple of years more to make it turf. So now it's beautiful, but he can't get enough teams to go over there because he's trying to make the pitching open. Mm-hmm. And once they heard pitching open, they're like, nah, nobody likes competition.
Magic said they found cancer-causing substances and had to shut it down.
Yes.
Oh yes. Wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah, the soil was bad. Really
wow.
Bad. So they shut it down for years. They just opened it.
That's crazy.
Who knows what we were playing on all these years?
God knows what we was playing on. What type of fields and power lines we were playing
on concrete. I know the guy sliding on concrete. Oh my God!
Oh, I'm one of them. My hands are bruised up now.
Oh, I'm sure they
are. Jam fingers and everything.
But it goes to show you
head first.
It goes to show you how thirsty we were. But guys wanted to win, bro.
It's competitive, and
you don't see it now. It's a different game, bro.
It's competitive, and you want to beat your peers. We friends, but you want to beat your peers, and then you got something to hold.
You want the bragging rights after the game while you having that beer, while whatever you're doing.
You want to talk trash. You want to talk trash. You want to talk trash to your guy, like, yo, we cracked y'all ass today.
How much shit Vinny used to talk when we used to win?
Oh my God, you couldn't tell Vinny nothing.
Yo, once we won, that was it. Vinny was on. It was like putting a battery on his back, bro. And here we go.
You remember that championship where we all got the champagne bottle?
Mm-hmm.
Wayne gave it to us, and then Jacob tried to take everybody's champagne bottle and throw it up on people.
Fucking
Jacob throwing all the champagne bottles on people. So the leagues that you're playing in now, do you find it to be more competitive? And when I mean competitive, meaning like the teams, because they're younger than when we were playing?
Listen, you always gonna see talent,
right?
But to me, talent and commitment is two totally different things. Because you got guys that show up to the park, but how committed are they to the team? How committed are they to winning? It's different now. Right. I remember before, you always have 12 or 13 guys. Now you get 7, 8, and you on the phone, you calling, you know what I'm saying? And before we never had that problem.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
And before, if you was late, you wouldn't play. Remember that one?
Yeah.
So
Show up late if you want to.
so unless you had a valid excuse, you was there on time because you wanted to play. Because if you was late, there was a chance that you wasn't gonna start. They don't have that anymore. They don't have, even with Vinny. Oh, you late, you can't start. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I liked about Vinny, that Vinny didn't care who it was. You know what I'm saying? That if you late, you late. And that made us come to the park on time to stretch. Remember, we used to stretch as a team.
Yeah,
Who
we
does
worked
that
out,
now? Who
threw the
does that
ball.
now? Come on. We
Yeah.
were in shape. You understand? We were committed. During the week, I used to work out, be ready for Sunday. I used to go to bed early Saturday night to be ready for Sunday. It was like my level of commitment was different than everybody, bro. It was different. I took this soft. I think I took this softball thing a little too seriously for too long.
Well, no, that's why you're still doing it though at a high level because of
Well,
what you did back then. You know what I'm saying? You do, and you winning. You ain't just being an average guy. Like you're a part of the reason why these teams are still valid. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
in tournaments, right? I've been to all over the place. My record in tournaments now is 28-6.
Jeez.
28-6. That's my record in tournaments.
What's your
Over the
next
last
travel tournament?
May, I'm pitching in Providence, in the Vikings, the Vikingos in Spanish, but it's the Vikings tournament. It's a team called the Vikings. They're from Providence, Rhode Island,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where we're going. I'm playing with Los Cañoneros, these the Cannon, whatever they want to call them, but they have a good team. But they pay the hotel. They give you some money for your pocket. What are you gonna do?
You're gonna go have a good time.
But Florida's lit. Florida's lit with the tournaments, bro. People go to Florida to pitch to play all the time, all the time, all the time.
You're not going back out to Florida no time soon.
Nah, in Florida, the best time to go to Florida is when it's winter, when it's
Yeah.
fall or winter, because you try to do a tournament in July, you're gonna die out there.
Oh my God, too hot, too hot.
July and August are the worst months in Florida. That's why if you look, there's no tournaments in July, August, like that. There's no tournaments
Yeah,
because it's too hot.
that's crazy. Tell Hito to come join on. I want to ask him some questions.
Yeah, hold on.
How many championship jackets you have?
I can't. My wife said I can't bring home anymore. Let me show you. Let me show you what she did. Ma, what you did with the? What she did was she took all my jerseys and made a quilt out of it.
Nephew, what up?
What's going on?
What's poppin'?
How you doing?
Don't sit on my bed.
Magic said, "What up?" His bags.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? What's going on?
Everybody's chilling, bro.
Look out.
Oh, she made a quilt.
Yeah, she of all jerseys.
Oh wow, that's nice.
This is 42 shirts.
42. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's it. That's it. Only 42.
I see the Brooklyn in there.
Oh, you know it. The only one I didn't put was Another Level because I kept the shirt because I like to wear it.
Oh wow, we had a bunch of shirts. So,
But look, you see that 42 shirts.
oh my God.
She said she was so tired of seeing all these shirts. She was like, "I'm gonna figure out something to do with them," and she did.
Dude, that's dope. That is dope.
All names, all numbers like that. Amazing. So if
Wow.
you want to find something to do, there you go. That's an idea.
There you go. I see it. I see it.
Yeah, that was awesome. She got me that for Christmas.
That's cool.
I've never seen that before. She got me.
I've
She got
I've
me.
seen some parents do it with basketball jerseys for my kids, but that's different. You do it with the salt. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, 42 shirts. So at least I have memories of 42 teams there that I played for, and that's not
Man,
including all the other ones I have. Forget it.
right? The ones that you like, you just didn't even put on there. That's what I said.
Yeah,
I didn't
the
see
ones.
the AL stuff.
Yeah, the ones that I like to wear. Ito, you come back. This guy wants to ask you a couple of questions.
I want to get the chair.
I didn't. You ain't see no Mo Better jersey up in there. No Black Sox jersey.
Oh, remember I didn't have a Mo Better jersey. I gave it back to Chris. He came and got that shit.
The pinstripe joint.
He came and got it.
Wow.
Yeah, because I stopped playing because I didn't want to play. He only wanted to put me one game, and I couldn't deal with it. I was too young at that time. I couldn't deal with it.
The platoon ain't your.
He said I didn't want to play, so I'm not subbing for nobody.
No, I just felt that I should play 2 games. I think the last game that I played for him, I hit an inside the Parker the other way, and then after that, that was it. I didn't go back. I think I just wanted to prove a point that I could hit a home run the other way, and then that was it. But he kept saying, you have to pull everything. And I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, bro, they're pitching me outside. How can I pull that? And then when I hit a shot in the gap for the home run, then I looked at him and I was like, see what I mean? But I didn't come back because I didn't want to platoon.
I ain't mad at you. Hey, though, what is it like playing with Pops, man? You growing up in that whole situation. Now tell me about the first game you played with him.
So you can see.
The first game?
Yeah, see if you can remember the first game you played with your Pops, please.
I played a couple tournaments with him like as a teenager before I ever got into softball, and I was still playing hardball. Like, you bring your son, little tournaments, you know what I mean? So I did a lot of those with him, but like our first season together was actually, if I'm not mistaken, was out here in PA. I was like 19. We played the one season together here, and then the next summer we went to New York, and he took me straight to McCarran.
Yeah. Oh man.
So yeah, that was a hell of an introduction to softball, because I had to go over there and face Fran and Wilson and all of those guys straight off the rip. He was like, if you're gonna be good at this, you gotta face these guys if you want to be good at it. So I got thrown straight into the fire.
Right.
Yeah. He was like, you're gonna have to see. I'm gonna see what you got. Here's the guys you got to face to see what you got.
Right. Did you ever plan on playing? Like, was that a goal of yours to always play with your dad, or you just like, nah, I'm just going to do something else?
For me personally, as a kid growing up, I always wanted to play with my dad. Like, it was, I always wanted to play with you guys in general, the Mariners, another level. I've always wanted to play in general, but me and Dio's son always wanted to play. It was always like that. So I knew as long as we were around softball, I would play once I was older. So once the time came, I couldn't, like, I couldn't ever let it go. I would have no reason not to play. I had to play.
No doubt. How's
the only thing that was a lot of the guys I got to watch were either like retired or played less. So I didn't get a chance to play with all the vets, but I got a chance to play with a good couple of them, and it was definitely an experience. I got to play with Vinny. I got to play with Tap. I played with a lot of the another level guys that he had on the older team. I got to play with a lot of them. As far as the original Mariners, they were pretty much all gone. They're pretty much all gone besides my father. There's only like Leches left, Willie Soto's left,
Willie Soto.
I've gotten to play with all of them. I got to play with Willie. I got to play with Leche. I got to play with Roscoe.
Yeah.
Most of them that are still like playing 50 and over, I got a couple of seasons out of them in McCarran. But for the most part, all of the other ones are retired. So I never got like that chance to play with. There's certain guys I didn't get that chance that I always wanted to.
We got to win with Dave.
And we won a chip playing for Dave too.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, we got to win a chip together playing for Dave, so that was a good experience too.
I still remember you coming to the park
In the
young.
stroller?
Yeah, and and when you was able to start walking, I would play catch with you. I wouldn't even play with nobody else. I would play with you.
Yeah. I had 75 uncles and 60 aunts. That's
Right. Everybody, you came to the park. That's what it
and
was,
my father
man.
ran on the field. I had somebody's wife watching me in the stroller. Then he came back, and then it was just every game, every inning. It actually started with his job team when I was a kid.
Mhm.
One of his good friends on the job team, his wife always watched me every single Sunday morning.
Well, that's
His
the only
wife
way
would
I can
watch me.
play too.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can play. If you watch my son, because if not, I can't play.
Yeah,
That was
You know,
part
I
of the
didn't leave him
contract
behind.
when
I
he
bring
joined
him with me
teams.
everywhere.
yeah, everywhere. And then what they gonna say? No, you ain't playing. Nah, bring him. We got him. Just
Yeah,
bring
right.
him to the park.
My wife take care of him. Don't worry about it.
Somebody volunteered. It was
Somebody suck it up.
That's why softball to me, compared to a lot of the kids my age that play now, is so much more different for me because of what I got to see before I started playing.
That's key.
I can literally say I've watched who's ever been considered the best players. I've seen Butch in his prime, Lefty. I've seen everybody. Leche, Lenny that passed away. I've literally watched everybody. I watched Salam, even though Salam is crazy and still showing up to the park.
Salam is salam. Salam is
Exactly.
salam.
But Salam, every time you see him, is all love. There's the same energy. He's always all love. He looks out for you. It's always been like that. So he's always been another one that's always been like an uncle. All of you guys, y'all always been like uncles to me.
Definitely. Magic said you was homegrown.
Yes, he was.
Literally.
Homegrown.
I'm literally. It's like I was literally made to play this game one day, just because I spent every year, every Sunday at the park. The weeknights he played. When you guys used to play in fucking 40 degrees on the concrete or
Oh
the
my
dirt.
God.
I
Early
was
bird.
Snowflake League, early bird.
Snowflake, yeah.
I was out there bundled up through all of that.
It's crazy. Good times though. Good times.
No, listen. I had even as a kid, I had some of the best time with the other players' sons. I had some of the best years I've ever had.
Dio's son. What was Dio's son's name?
It's Junior.
Junior.
Yeah, Dio was Dio.
Devontae?
Yeah, Dante. That's my man.
DJ. No, was it DJ?
No,
That was DJ.
That was my boy growing up. I was always with him. We were always together.
Now and Brad Short's son.
Mm-hmm.
JB.
Everybody, whoever brought their sons to the park, when in between games, when you guys we would go play. That's how we used to do it. And we would play the other team's sons. We would go on the handball court and play the other team's sons.
That's what we used to do. I was playing basketball, that you could hear.
Yeah.
I remember that.
You could hear the people speaking.
The announcer too. When you guys had the announcer out there.
How many people know that you had the nickname Anti-Gravity?
Only the close ones that really know that. Like you guys knew it that grew up around me, and y'all knew when I was out of town because I was playing basketball. When I would come home, I would always bring him headbands and pictures and jerseys and stuff like that. So only the close people that know me, that was really close to me, knew exactly what I was doing when I wasn't playing. So, and this is all while I was going to college too. Even when I was in college, it was the same thing. If I couldn't come that weekend because I had something to do in school, But y'all will always tell me, man, make sure you finish school. Make sure you finish school. Just go up there and finish school. Y'all always made sure.
I was big. I was on top of you with that one.
Yeah, you stayed on me. You was like, yo, you here, but you better take your behind back to school tonight. You better go back to school tonight.
Cool, bro. Look where you at now. That's what matters.
Yeah. So it was cool, man. How's your knee, man? I remember you had surgery.
I had to get my left ACL. Oh yeah, I'm. It was in 2017. I'm way removed from it. I'm good now. Okay. I don't have that fear anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, like I could play and not even think about it anymore. So that's a really good thing, because that was a tough couple of months. Like understanding that this is something that you have to bounce back from. You got to work it. You pretty much got to learn how to walk again on that leg.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, getting the muscles back where you needed them, all of that, it was tough, but you know, I was able to do it.
That's what's up. So, are you a power hitter, slash hitter? What are you doing, man?
I've never considered myself a power hitter. I think I'm a pretty good hitter. I'm still young, obviously, so I'm still growing. Having him, you know, playing with him, I always get that coach thing going on. You know, you doing this, you doing that. You know, you swinging at bad pitches, you taking too many, you're not taking enough. I always have that. So at bat by at bat, I can always make the adjustments because I have him. It's not just I fucked up, go sit down. It's I know he's always there telling me what was wrong, what I need to fix, and how I could get the results that I want to get.
Has there been any arguments? Like, Pop, leave me alone. Like,
Heated the moment, more like because he knows how I am already. I expect a lot out of myself as it is, like even without his expectations. So for me, not coming through in certain spots, especially ones that end up mattering after the game's over, those are the ones. So in those moments, it's kind of like I don't want to hear it right now.
Right.
Give me like you can say whatever you want, but in this moment, I need the minute. I need the minute to get my mind back together because you know, I mean, you guys all been there. The frustration when when it's not going right is. You know, you get a little inside your own head.
Oh, I used to hate it, man. And I'm gonna tell you why I hate it. So I can know what you're going through. I was the youngest, the baby.
Yeah.
I'm 17, 18 playing with them. Do you know how many people I gotta walk down that line if I don't hit it or
And
overthrow a bag or don't, you know, or if it's a ball I should have caught. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody got a comment for everything.
Everybody.
At that time, we were more constructive than negative at that time.
Yes.
And you guys were.
And you got to remember too, I'm still learning. I'm young, so I'm going to take the advice to try to get better because I want to keep playing with you guys. I don't want to be like, nah, don't come back.
You don't want to catch the boot that early.
You know, yeah, like yo, dude, nah, leave Al home, or you know, you get in the car, but yo, we got a game, Al, but I'm gonna drop you off here. I'm gonna go bring you to the park. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want that, and then like I said, I want to be competitive the same way you guys were competitive, because you know, because I play out here in Texas now, and I play with some good teams, and I'm teaching some guys because one guy was like, "Well, I want to learn how to go to right field," you know, and he was like, "Al, you go to right field, so just easy." I said, "Dude, I've been doing that for years." I said, "It's not easy,
now.
Right?" I said, "It's normal for me," and I said, "I don't let the pitcher think he made me pop up. I popped up on my own. It's not the pitcher." It's never the pitcher. It's me. Maybe I didn't move my feet a certain way or I waited too late. I'm the only person who knows that. So I've been trying to show a couple of the young guys that look older than me how to go that way. And, you know, it's crazy, dude. I'm 46. These guys look 40-something, but they're like 33. And, and they be like, and I'll tell them.
The ball players now age much faster than
absolutely.
Dude, I tell the dudes that I'm 46.
We slowed down in the 40s. They're slowing down in early 30s. Trust me.
The dude said, "Yo, my body is hurting." Yeah, these dudes
goes to the commitment of the game that they don't have.
No, they don't have it like that.
Yeah, they play the game, but they don't play the game. You understand?
I agree.
They play. They just play. You know, they win. If they lose, they lose.
They dare to win, but it's they don't care. Like the off season, it's not.
I lost one 2 weeks ago. I lost, right? I lost that game that we lost in the tournament, and I'm still pissed off about it. It's 2 weeks later.
That's how competitive we are, man. Like we don't like losing. Like no matter who it is, we want to win. Every time we step on the field, we expect to win.
Well, it became worse when he became pretty much a full-time pitcher. Because you know how much of the outcome he can control. So you know,
before I used to play first base. You know, I was in the game no matter what. Now it's like I'm older, so I pitch and that's it. And then I gotta watch these guys that don't hit. It's like amazing, bro. I
When,
can't
when did you
believe
when did you agree to that contract? Next, when did you agree to that?
well,
It's just,
in the Dominican League, there's no courtesies.
Yeah. Yeah. But everybody has to run. The
You
only
gotta run.
person that doesn't run is the catcher with 2 outs. That's it. Everybody has to run.
wow. So you can't get that
Yeah.
courtesy with 2 out. Okay, I can see what. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they
that,
make
but
it so everybody runs.
But if they have courtesies and stuff like that, I still hit. You know, I still can
Oh,
hit.
no, yeah, of course.
And I play first base still. It's not like
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, I'm still the vacuum at first, so nothing gets by.
Poopa scooper, you scoop that thing up?
That's right. I remember when Tap used to go in the hole, and all he had to do was throw that shit one hopper. That's all he had to do.
Yeah, he'll bounce it. 7 would bounce that thing from the hole.
Because he knew that I was gonna get it. You know, and that's what made us great. The fact that he knew that he could do that. And I was gonna catch the ball. I knew that he was gonna get that ball in the hole, so I was ready. You know, that to me that was the difference. You know, that we knew each other well, very well.
I think you and Tap was the first 2 I seen with knee pads.
That's right.
Playing with knee pads. I'm like, yo, why are these dudes playing with knee pads? What's wrong with these dudes?
Because I used to, so when I at first base, I used to always go on one knee.
Yeah, but then Tap's problem was who got hurt more.
Yeah.
7 hamstrings was, oh my god.
Yo, Evan has some. Remember, Vinny. So when Vinny put back together Another Level, changed the name, and brought all the old heads back. Maybe 2 weeks into the season, he made like a crazy play, fell a certain way, and you already know Tap was out for a minute after that.
Yeah, he was done.
I think he hurt his wrist, right? Wasn't it his glove wrist?
Oh, the year with the clown.
Yeah,
with the clowns.
He was hurting when I did the reunion game, but he came to hit. He didn't play the field, and I told him, I said, "You're playing the field next year, bro. There's no way."
Yeah, you can't. You're not gonna keep hitting us with the injury card every year.
Nah, I said I need you for one game. Just give me one game, because dude, they put me in center field. I played 9 innings in center field. Do you know what my knees felt like at the end of that game, bro?
So that part was tough on the knees. That part.
Oh my god!
But St. John's, they were before they went to the turf.
Kingston was concrete before the turf.
Yeah,
I remember.
Now, they're gonna do Kingston over. It's gonna be turf.
I think you guys won.
We won
when it was concrete. Remember the picture?
04.
Right? Or was it the baby blue?
We had Chris Howard with pitching.
That was the only thing. The only thing I didn't like was that one year y'all had like that one hat that it had the shit going down there, and every triangle was like a different color around the hat. It was like baby blue, white, baby blue, white, baby blue.
That first year, the second year,
I didn't like.
The second year we wore the Mets colors because Wayne and Kev were Mets fans.
Right.
So we had the orange and blue shirts. Yeah, we had the orange and blue shirts. The third year was when we had the Carolina blue color.
Right. I remember.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's when we all went and got the Carmelo shorts.
Yeah.
The Jordan shorts. And then we got the Jordan shorts.
I remember that. And then the year in Kingston, what you guys wore, like the black and gold, right? Something like that.
Well, that we
with the big AL on the shirt.
No, that was later on down the line.
Right.
The first year I didn't play with them in 2003. They were like the Texas Longhorn colors, the burnt orange.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
And then the second year is when
those were ugly too.
And then the second year we were the Met colors because we had orange shirts and then we had blue shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third year, that's when we went to the Carolina blue. Everybody went and got the Carmelo Anthony shorts, and then we was have the Jordan shorts. But I was wearing the Reeboks. I was wearing my questions. I still collect the questions. I still got about 9 pair of them.
Oh, look! He found one of the rings.
Which one is that? Is that the new one?
The one that we just got. Yep. The 3
Yep,
years.
I got mine. Yep.
How many years later?
Oh yeah.
I know. It's like 25, right? 25 years later, we get the rings. We get the rings down.
07.
Me and him used to have this talk. Me and him used to have this talk a lot about him waiting for that ring.
15 years. We waited for this.
But yo, we got jackets in the mean. We got jackets and stuff. Like I still got the jacket from the first championship. Do you have? Hold up, I'll show you if you still have this jacket.
See, I was good. He keeps.
I remember a couple of them.
I got
too.
it's upstairs. All my shit is
Nah,
upstairs.
the jackets are
Wow, it's upstairs.
Damn, this is a nice one too with the blue.
That shit is nice. Pretty.
04 was 06 the Mo Better year?
07. I think it was.
Look, remember
No,
this one?
That's lost. It was 06 because it's 04, 05, 06 is missing. Oh look, he's trying to let me see.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, I used to have too many jerseys and too many uniforms.
You were matching.
Yeah, we had a bunch. We had a lot of nice stuff.
No, that I mean, at one point it was one too many uniforms for the same season.
They did the fundraisers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's why.
Everything.
They would do
Did everything.
The sponsors that we had was crazy. You know, they,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Vinny made sure we ate good, we drink good, and we looked
All
good.
the time. Even with the clowns, he was like that. Even though we had 22 uniforms, but it was all right.
Yeah, y'all won with the clowns, right?
Almost. We almost won.
Yeah,
we almost. Actually, the first.
I thought I saw somebody with a championship ring that said the clowns on it with the big
Well,
C.
the years that me and my pops played, the first year we were on our way to the chip, but that was the year I got hurt in the other league.
Okay.
So I think what we ended up losing in the chip or like the second round.
I think we lost
I wasn't playing already, so I was already hurt
in the semifinals.
Right. And then when we came back the next year, we got to the chip, but we were like we were dead. We were like dead. It was already. We were like they were tired. It was. And you remember at that time, I think we had the oldest team besides me and a couple of young guys. The rest, Vinny, my father, they were all older already. They all some play, every Sunday, and some this is their only games. So they didn't have that same will to I'm gonna work out during the week. This is the only team they play on. They here to enjoy it, and it was it. Then who else was on that team? I forgot. We had a lot of the older guys. Yeah, guys used to play with. It was an old team. It was all the older guys.
How do you feel though being one of the younger guys?
We had Davin Wright.
Yeah.
Dav, old school Dav.
Yeah, we did have Davin Wright. Yeah,
Dav, great basketball player too. Dav, great basketball player.
Yeah, he was. We had fucking little angry ass Joe at second.
Oh, that's right. We had
Joe.
Joe,
one of the angriest motherfuckers I ever met.
Joe was always good for at least one threat a Sunday.
Joe's different.
I'm gonna fuck you up. At least one person every Sunday.
It didn't matter who it was. Somebody was getting it. Somebody got the I'm gonna beat your ass.
I used to sit down.
You gotta spike Joe's Gatorade. You gotta spike Joe Gatorade.
I'm so angry. I used to tell him all the time, "Why are you so angry?"
Yo, Hito, let me ask you this: how does it feel to play with a lot of the young guys now? Being that you were raised differently. When I mean raised differently, you was raised with veterans, but you play with these younger guys, and how do you see them not respecting the game like how you grew up respecting the game? How does that transition to your game?
Well, one thing my father always made sure I understood about any sport, time is gonna change with time. It's gonna get treated differently, appreciated differently. A lot of the kids my age and younger love the game, but it's like to a level.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a lot of them love to be out there playing, but there's no love for anything more. Like they love to win, but not the way you would think a competitor wants
like the all season. They don't.
You know what I mean? I know me. Every time I want to win every game. I don't. Who wants to lose a game?
I don't. No,
that's not a thing. I don't ever want to lose a game. And some guys to me have become too. Now, don't get me wrong. To move forward, you have to have we all lose mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But it's they get comfortable with it or used to it. So now
I don't care. I'm not comfortable with losing. I'm 46.
So while
I hate that.
While half the team is, come on, guys, we gotta, motivational, we gotta win. The other half is more like, if we lose, whatever.
Nah, I can't.
And it's like I could only be like that if I'm on a team that like let's say we helping somebody out, so we go play for them, knowing they're not that good. we still expect to win because that's what we're gonna try to put out there. But when you at a disadvantage, as a competitor, when y'all don't have a chance. But that don't mean roll over and die.
Right.
And a lot of dudes, and the funny thing is, it's happened to a lot of guys from you guys' generation too, that still play now. A lot of them don't like. A lot of them either stuck on the past. That's all they talk about, or they just don't care the same. And to me personally, it starts with the vets on your team. If you see the vets on your team playing hard, motivational as a younger player, how don't you want to play off that?
I agree.
To me, it's automatic. Like I see my father on the mound. When I see him get crazy when he's not pitching well, that tells me, all right, he's here for this. He's not here to just pitch and it is what it is. He's here to win. He wants to help us win and he wants to teach us. We have to run. We have to jump on that bandwagon and go.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it all starts with the veteran, especially if he's your pitcher.
No, I agree.
If he's your pitcher, you got to jump on his back and sometimes we got to carry. Listen, most times that I've been playing, he's carried us. 1-run games, 2-run games. And there's been times we only scored 3, 4, 5, and here he goes throwing a 2-run game or giving up no runs, and it's all is him. Because our offense is not doing what it needs to do, so we got to rely on him and the defense, and he keeps us in every game no matter what. Just his energy keeps us in the game alone.
You Nestor, you see retirement in the near future?
Nah, no time soon.
No,
I was expecting that.
I could tell when he wins. When he's still winning, it's
playbook, son.
Huh?
I'm going with the Dave Goldstein playbook. You already know. When it's over, it's over.
There's nothing else you can do.
Like Dave said, Dave, when you gonna? Nah, I'm gonna keep doing this until I can't no more.
He did too.
Tony Cherry and Dougie still playing, man.
Bro. I'm old school, son.
Dougie is definitely. I played with Dougie too. I've gotten a chance to play with Dougie.
Yeah.
I won 2 championships 2 years in a row with the Bandits in the 50 and over.
Yeah, he just posted one of his rings.
Yeah, 5. I didn't play this year because last year I didn't play with them because I was playing Saturday in the Dominican League and we had lost in the championship 2 years in a row. And our Bandits team was stacked, so I went with them to help them win, and we actually won.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Came out. It worked out, and they won too. So
I'm gonna ask you this question. I asked a lot of people this question, and this is only in Kingston Park. If you had to put 9 people on the field, who would you put on the field at each position? Now, I'm gonna go by position with you. Then I'm gonna get it. Then I'm gonna go offense and give you a lineup that you have to make.
All right. Well,
right. You want to do offense or you want to do defense first?
I'll do the defense first.
Okay. Who you got?
I could tell you short and second myself.
Yeah, no, I already got him.
Who you got at first?
Lenny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's between Lenny. I would say between Lenny and Russ because Russ was a really good first baseman too. But Lenny was. Lenny's glove was sick. Yeah. Then you got I put Al at second because I like him better as a second baseman than I do a shortstop. And I put Tap at short.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
At third, it's tough
toss-up
because I got Butch Nelson. And Butch Nelson at that time could play any position.
Any position.
And how many motherfuckers actually hit more than he did?
Yeah.
I talk about batting average, big hits. He go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Now outfield, it gets really complicated because there's a lot of outfielders out there that are good. But in their prime, I'll take Little Al. I'll take what did Foster play? I would put him as a D. He would be my DH.
He can play left or right.
He was definitely.
He can play, but he played all 3 positions. It's just who you want to
who
you want in the bottom of the 7th out there in the field with you.
Well, the infield is set.
Yeah.
Catcher. Jake was pretty good.
Jake Adams, yeah.
Jake had a lot of power, bro. A lot of power.
Lot of power.
Talk a lot of shit, but the motherfucker could back it up.
He knew how to control that box too.
Yeah, he controlled that box.
Who you got right?
Well, you got to have a specialist in right. So,
yeah, definitely. Somebody to know how to play that fence.
And to me, Chuck was one of the best ones playing that fence.
Chuck of luck.
Remember, we talking about Kingston. We're not talking about no other park. So I got to play.
No. We're talking about Kingston. Yeah.
I got to play the dimensions of that park.
Yeah.
So then in left, I needed somebody with speed, and I need somebody with an arm in left. Fucking Do was really good too, man. Do in prime.
Yeah.
Lefty never played in Kingston.
He did, but he played
sporadic. And he didn't play all the time.
Oh, he wasn't there all the time.
No, yeah, he was mostly doing fast pitch. Like if you saw Lefty come into town with Brooklyn or the Titans, they pulled him that weekend. He wasn't doing it. They made him come down that weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We had it there was for the young guns, and we had him for the Titans.
Yeah. And that was, they made sure he was there. Lefty was one of the best I've seen out there. There's no doubt about that. I'm not even gonna hold him.
What makes him one of the best is that it don't matter if it's lob, modified, swing, he hits the way. And that's what Lefty did too.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. He ran up. It didn't matter how hard they threw, he still ran up.
He hit that rock. That's true.
I can do it in
running
lob.
up was and
I can do it in modified and Leche.
The running up to me was always crazy.
Like one of the best bunters was Eddie Leche. He bumped with his hand. He bumped with
you knew he was butting and still gonna beat it out.
And he still, bro. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing.
I definitely enjoy watching him a lot because Leche always got on, always. And the bases. And then to me, the best person to watch on the bases was Roscoe. Roscoe was the best person because he knew how to get you to throw it away, fuck with you on the bit, and then before you know, you score a run and another run.
He was one of the
best. He moves. He ends up at third. He was definitely one of the best base runners I ever got to watch. Ramesh was one of the best pitchers I got to watch.
Yeah, Ramesh was good. He threw hard.
Ramesh. The older Spanish guy. What was his name again? The one you used to pick up. Carmelo. I was fortunate. I got to watch a lot of guys that don't play anymore, but fortunately I could say that I at least saw them do their thing. So that's the cool part for me.
No, that's dope. Give me your 10. Give me offense. Who you got batting first for you?
1-0.
Yeah, 7.
Break in case of emergency.
Who you got batting 2?
Al Watson when he's on.
When he's on, yeah.
He hits the other way when he's on. So now he's always gonna try to move that runner over. He was very smart. Lenny. Lenny's a lefty that could go in he got power and he was smart. Lenny was really smart hitter, bro.
Yeah.
Really smart. He took what you gave him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a lot of speed. Hitter. He didn't have a lot of speed, but he didn't need it.
No, he was a pure hitter. He could do whatever you needed him to do. Powered, slap, base hits, gaps. He could just hit flat out.
Foster could hit. He would be like my fourth batter.
But most of you guys could hit. There wasn't really not too many of you guys had a hole in the bat.
Oh, we had a lot of guys.
Not that I ever saw. I always thought you guys were a tough lineup, 1 through whatever you would bat that night.
It just depends, but we also fed off each other too.
Yeah, the energy, the team's energy was, second to none in my opinion.
Yeah, like there was times where I think Vinny would have me batting 3 and 4, and have 7 up top, and our goal was at any given time we were going first or third. If somebody bobbled the ball,
everybody was going first or third easily.
If somebody bobbled that ball,
it was over. And if they misplayed it, it was even worse.
Oh my God!
Because now we talking about whoever the guy on first is first to third. Now he's scoring. If they were, the man who hit the ball, now he's at second or third, and it was a circus.
Well, that's why those gaps in Kingston were ridiculous.
Yeah, Kingston was huge.
Yeah,
That ball
man.
skipped on you, it was
Oh
over.
my God, bro.
Especially the center fielder,
You
that ball
can
gets
beat.
by you.
If you ain't know how to play that gap, you in trouble. You are in trouble.
The left fielders and center
Shit,
fielders had a lot
There
of
was a
ground to
couple of
cover.
years that Jamal was getting. Remember when Jamal was hitting his ass off for a couple of years?
Oh my God! Yeah, he was killing.
What?
Yeah,
Jamal was
Jamal,
crushing that rock.
yeah.
He was killing
Jamal
shit,
has
bro.
Jamal has some years
Jamal
too.
was crushing that rock. There's a lot of dudes. Young was crushing that rock. Like I don't
Yeah,
care how
and
anybody want to put it.
that's the conversations that I get into with a lot of the kids my age, because a lot of them weren't around softball till later. So I got to see all of the older busted up guys, the retired guys. I got to see them all mostly prime. So I know who at least could actually do whatever they tell the young kids they used to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I could actually approve or say he was all right, but there was a lot of guys that talked that I could honestly say he used to hit.
Right. You saw it with your own eyes. Like you was like, yeah,
I got to, and some still doing it. A lot of them in the 50 and over, still looking like it, still smart hitters, great hitters. Obviously not the same power and speed, but the IQ is still there.
Definitely. I mean, you don't lose that. You can play this game as long as you want. You won't lose that edge. That's the one thing I do know about this game, that
You don't.
if you're competitive, you're gonna always be competitive. You're gonna always know the game. Runners on first and second, you ain't pulling. You going to the opposite. You're gonna make sure you get that run or whatever the case you take.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very key that you said that.
Yeah,
I like having an
was
argument
always
with the younger guys. I like having an argument with the younger guys because I like to tell them sometimes you ain't shit.
I say that a lot.
That's just me.
I mean, I compare a lot of the newer guys, and it's not really the thing that's hard to what makes it hard to compare is I feel like even though obviously talent is supposed to transcend, it's not supposed to, like the newer generation is supposed to get better. So there's a lot more that he'll say it. There's more talent these days, but there's not more brains.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that can really play softball, but at times they're not the smartest ball player.
Yeah.
They either their ego gets caught in it, or they just get caught up in themselves and do dumb shit. Overthrows, trying to show off the arm, trying to show off power, popping out, dumb.
I went out to Far Rock and I watched a couple of games out there, and I said, dude, I couldn't play out here. And they was like, why you couldn't play out here? I said, dude, because all the shit y'all talking, I can't deal with that.
That's right. They talk a lot of shit.
But a lot of them, a lot of their talent doesn't matter.
The dudes that's talking are trash.
And that's the
like how are you talking and you popping
and it's
up
not even the ones
picture.
playing. It's normally the fans.
Yeah.
It's always
the dudes that's talking, dude, you just popped up to the picture 3 times. How are you talking? You can't play.
All the time.
But I hear your mouth. I hear you talking, and you dude, you're trash.
Literally.
Like, yo,
it happened to us. They would get into it with some of the younger players, and it's kind of like, I understand you older, but there's a reason why you're not on the team and you're sitting there watching all the games. Because there's a lot of older guys that still get called to play. It happens all the time. So why are you the one that's not? Well, I mean, it speaks for itself.
Dude,
you do more than playing.
I came home one weekend, and Kiba, Al, you playing? I'm like, Kiba, I'm not playing. I don't have no cleats, no glove. This dude pulled out an extra pair of cleats.
Everything. He pulled out everything for you.
Just so I can play in these 2 games because I'm home. I said, Kiba. And then look, Al, you batting leadoff. Yo, my man.
Wow, he threw you straight in the fire.
Oh, shit. I said, Kiba, you gonna do me like these dudes gonna be mad? He's like, I don't give a fuck what they think, Al. You my man. You gonna play. I don't give a damn.
No, he don't. One thing, that's one person playing with him, playing against him. I love when he's on the field.
Kiba tried to get me to play in Far Rock a couple of times. He tried.
He's still throwing himself around to this day.
Yeah, he's still playing. Yeah.
If he's playing the infield and the ball's like a little, he's gonna dive. He don't care how he feels after. He dives everything.
Yeah.
It's see, I like to see the some of you that still play and still play like you young, because it
You
shows
gotta get that energy.
it shows you. It shows a lot. It shows how you used to be. Because then you start to think, damn, imagine if he was still my age. Imagine how good he was. You start to it starts to hit.
Shit,
I've gotten asked about Kiba by guys my age a few times because they would see how he played and they'd be like, "Yo, how was he back then?" Or they'll ask my father, and I'll be able to say, you know, he could play in his prime. He was a very good player, very smart.
He was cold,
and he could always hit.
He was cold.
He could always go the other way up the middle. You knew what he was gonna do and still did it.
Yep.
You knew he was going the other way more times than not, and he still was able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
When we had Murderers Row in the Mariners, we had Salam, Lenny, Bobby Singh, me, Roscoe. Yo, that team was.
But you guys were strong top to bottom. That team really had no holes. In my opinion.
That was an all-star team.
Yeah, that was
of friends, by the way.
Yes.
An all-star team of friends, because there was no payroll. There was no.
Frank Rodriguez.
There was never no. Yo, we got to go across the city to get this guy. Everybody lived close to each other, and everybody showed up together.
Kiba said thanks, nephew.
No, Kiba's the man. That's my man always. That's always my man. He'll never give. He's another one that him and my father say all the time that they gonna play this shit, so you got to take them off the field. That's right.
Yeah, you know what? That's the only thing I miss. You know, living out here in Texas, I'm playing, but I miss being around. You know, the guys back at home still playing. You know what I'm saying?
All those years you guys had together.
Yeah,
all the events, all the time spent together.
Oh man,
it was.
That's why I said, you know, I did, you know, when I did the reunion game last year, and it was funny because they was like, all right, Tony was like, Tony Cherry said, who gonna play center field? And everybody just looked at me, and I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? So I said, all right, fine, I'll go out there and play.
You got 90s flashbacks, son.
You know what I'm saying? I went out there.
You know, once you guys get around each other, the flashbacks begin.
You know, and it was a couple of balls that was hit, and homie, and I just met him. He hit a bomb, and I ran it down, and I caught it, and he looked at me. He said, "You shouldn't have caught that." I said, "Dude, I don't give a damn what age you are. You ain't gonna burn me. I'm telling you that right now." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "What?" I said, "Dude, I guarantee
to burn you, it better go out or bounce off the fence."
I told him, I said, you better burn me. You better hit it to where I can't get it.
Yeah, they have
if I get a beat on it, I'm gonna run it down. If it got air under it,
to burn you, you had to smash the ball.
You know what team was like a nice guys team was the Black Sox.
Yeah. But you know that was just another Mo Better team. That was just another Mo Better team. D-Mac, Delroy, Reg, Doug,
Gmo, whatever his name is.
Gmo, you know, Tap, you know, Vinny.
Howard. That was one of the nicest teams I played on. I swear to God, those guys were nice.
You might not heard too many curse words in that.
Probably just Vinny.
Yo, do you remember that year that we split the championship? We had Junior, Foster, you, Speedy, me, D-Mac, Al. Yo, it was crazy. We didn't have Al that year, but one year we had a full roster of all-stars and still didn't win it.
You guys split the pot? Wow.
Yeah, we split the pot with Mo Better because, you know, that was eternal beef. And we was up in the series too. If I'm not mistaken, we were up either 2-1 or 3 to whatever it was, but we were up in the series, and all we needed to do was win one more game. We was done.
And it turned into splitting the pot. That's some shit.
Well, they shouldn't have. We were up. but whoever it was agreed to that split of the pot,
Yeah.
which shouldn't have been agreed, and it all came because of a slide. D-Mac slid into James from shortstop, breaking up the double play.
Right.
And then Al, and D-Mac got into it, and after that, it was just a constant argument. And then after that, they said, you know what, we're not gonna play this. Split the pot.
Yeah, it was bad. The argument was really bad.
It was bad.
Yeah, I mean,
And
if it gets to the
these are
point-
all friends. These are all friends, though.
Yeah, but
all friends.
But in between those, that shit got.
Oh no, once the game starts, the friends we could be friends later on. We're not friends right now,
Man,
but that don't change the respect.
Those games were so tough that those lines
Yeah.
got real blurry.
No, it did.
Those lines guys were ready to fight each other and everything.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
To hug later on.
And then after the game, about a half hour after the game, then everybody's all right. Everybody's calm.
Everybody's calm.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's talking. And that's what I'm saying. The brotherhood in that park was so amazing. The brotherhood. Like you said, kids was able to go and do whatever they wanted to do.
Yep.
My daughter eventually started going around the park. It's just crazy now that you watch the kids now. Like my daughter now, she's 19. She'll be 20. She'll be 20 in May. So grew up in that park. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. So, but
listen, that was a hell of an atmosphere of Kingston.
yeah, that park was this. I tell you, it's like
To
Yankee
this day,
Stadium.
I've never witnessed that again. To this day, I don't think so.
You would never, and and that's this is just the era that I played in. Those '90s eras that I played in. Now, before that, it might have been different. When they played Gershwin and Bessie Head, which was great, and I love the stories and history because I think their stories is crazy too. But that era when I'm playing in Kingston Park, it was like playing in Yankee Stadium on a Sunday.
I don't know.
You walk through that gate, it was real time.
I feel like when teams are scared to go to a league, that's how you know what the league is.
Yeah, there's teams who didn't even want to come to Kingston.
There was teams that were winning other leagues, and the minute Kingston was an option, they were like, "We ain't going over there."
Yo, what team? Wasn't that team that came from the Bronx? They came and then they started forfeiting. I think they went like 9-0, and then they started forfeiting games after they started playing the real team.
I remember when they started because they started with a weak bracket.
Yes, they was playing like the Bad Boys, Desperados, Cardinals, and all those teams. They was beating fire out of them.
And then we got smoked against two really good teams.
They went up against the powerhouse.
Yeah, and then they stopped showing up. They stopped showing.
We ain't coming.
They went from 8-0 or some shit to 8-2, 8-4, 8-8.
What there wasn't a forfeit out back in the day?
No, they barely was making it. Like
they stopped showing up. Like they would have 8, 7,
but they started
9.
No, you start out high and then. But my thing is how does that happen? I can understand if they started 0-8, but to be 8-0 and pretty much stop coming.
The 4 worst teams.
You played against the bad teams early.
Okay.
You played.
Everybody knew because back then Kingston's schedule.
You play another level.
You got another level. The Black Sox.
The Black Sox, Mo Better, Twins, Posse.
The Twins.
Now you getting hit with that fire.
Yeah.
Now you went from 8-0 to fucking 8-12 and shit.
And it's funny
it's a wrap. Barely making the playoffs now.
Mm-hmm. Like you knew to beat those teams, you had to bring your game because if we half-assed, we would have lost to the Cubs. We would have lost to Posse. We would have lost to Show. So you knew that you couldn't come, bro.
Coming short in that league, besides playing the bad teams, was almost a guaranteed.
Oh,
you weren't winning that way. You're not winning that day.
Oh no, yeah.
It don't matter if you have a strong 8, but that you have to have your 14, 15. Like it ends up being you end up needing everybody at a point.
Kingston was too big of a park to come half-assed.
Yeah,
too big of a park,
and that's why it was competitive every year.
Every year, every week.
They came from Harlem.
That league was
My
insane.
boy Wop said he told them before they came. Wop said I told them before they came.
Fucking Wop. Wop was good too.
Wop was that dude. He was throwing that thing underhand like that. Yep. And him and my boy Doc.
Yeah.
I remember Doc used to get a case every time he struck somebody out.
Fucking Doc. I remember Doc too, man.
Yeah, remember that? Yo, man.
That motherfucker too. He was small, but that motherfucker could throw, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Skinny
man.
body, but he threw that thing.
Yeah, he threw it hard too, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys definitely faced some strong talent over the years.
See, I didn't play fast. I didn't start playing fast pitch till later. That's what I hated. Because I played hardball.
Better back in the day.
Hardball, but I was playing basketball. But every time they wanted me, because so there was a goal of mine. I always wanted to play for a couple of teams. One team was Chip, because Chip played fast pitch, and I loved Chip's teams.
Chip, yeah, Chip.
And I wanted to play. I always wanted to play with
Corozal.
Karasat, yeah, I wanted to play with Mo Bella. I wanted to play with Peterkin's team, Michelle's, because they were competitive. And I'm like, yo, if I get on one of these teams and show I can play,
Yeah, Peterkin. One thing about Peterkin, even today, everybody being older, he's never gonna put no half-ass team together.
No, he's still gonna look nice. The uniforms.
Oh my god, the uniforms!
Yeah, it's crazy.
Uniforms. Oh my god, I know they be hot because he gets the thickest pants, the big jerseys. I'm like, yo, y'all getting a little older now. It's a little hard to put all these layers on.
He's been hitting me up to pitch in Sunday for him.
Cambria?
No, in what do you call that shit? No, in Highland. In Anibas League.
Oh, Highland, they still got a league over there?
Yeah.
Highland.
That league used to be very competitive too.
No, it still is.
Oh.
The Sunday league is more competitive than the Saturday one. The Sunday's way more competitive.
The Sunday's a little crazier. It's a lot more talent, more teams.
And there's only 3 outfielders.
Oh.
3 outfielders.
Yeah, that's one of the few leagues left that still do 3 outfielders. And the outfield and Highland outfield is huge.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
For 3 outfielders, that's huge.
That's a lot of space out there, baby.
That St. John's turf is huge.
Yeah.
And
we used to play that with 3 outfielders. 3 outfielders.
3.
Yeah, I remember. Especially on the concrete. I remember the concrete because home plate was further back. Remember when they got it back? Yeah. When it was concrete, home plate was like right before the fence.
It was further back.
It was right by the fence. So when you hit it out of there, that was an extra 5, 6, 7 feet you had to cover to hit it out. Compared to now.
I went to Panama with Pete. Pete took me to Panama to play basketball.
Pete used to yeah. I'm about to say he had to.
He play any sport. Fucking Pete.
Pete, he's doing golf and all that type
of shit.
Golfing
now.
He's golfing now.
I think it's handicap.
The age is coming.
But Peterkin's always been like athletic, so the thing is that
he's a sport guy too, so he's gonna play whatever.
He's all out.
No, he's all out.
You seen him in a couple of photos and shit. My man is sharp as fuck.
Always sharp.
Always sharp. Son.
Always.
Him? Oh my god, it never fails.
He was a really good ball player too, man.
No, one of the best outfielders out there. He can hit for power. He had a cannon of an arm, and he can run it down.
But Peterkin was very good. The shit he talks now is funnier though, because him being older and knowing it's not the same. So it's funny the reminiscing that you hear.
Yeah, Pete's a good guy. That's my brother, Pete. That's my brother.
Yeah, he was always good. Always good.
So anything else y'all want to talk about, man? I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer, man.
I don't know. You talk to us. What's going on? How you doing over there? How's Texas?
It's a blessing. It's it's a lot of space, opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Got the basketball.
You're still coaching, right?
Yeah.
Coaching, right? Yeah.
Got the basketball program going. Doing the podcast right now.
What's the ages you do for the basketball?
7th grade. I think that's 13, all the way up to 17U.
Like 12 to 17. That's not bad. That's a great age.
I got right in the middle to where they start playing high school, and then I got all my high school guys.
I feel like
tournament is this weekend.
I feel like that's the age where you know if basketball could be a serious thing for them or not.
Out here, it's tough because everybody out here is football driven.
Yeah, Texas is
everybody's football driven.
So you gotta be really good. It's football.
You gotta be exceptional. You gotta be that guy that stand out, no fear, no back down and all that. You have some kids out here that I've coached that feel that they can be that guy,
Right.
and they put on a show. And then you still have some that's on a, that's hovering on the edge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
hmm But nah, these guys work hard out here. Volleyball's big out here too.
Is it?
Yeah, oh my God, it's crazy. They got
Yeah, I mean,
select
it is a
baseball out
very
here. They got
popular sport,
select
but
baseball out here, but it's not like that.
yeah, baseball. I feel like they're only crazy about baseball, like MLB wise, or like certain college teams. But anything lower than that, it's not. It's not. It don't ring the same for them.
Nah, it's not. It's not ringing bells like
Unless
people.
unless you like a big basher that they know has a shot, is not. There's always been a football state. They take football like they go crazy over football. I'm talking about from the women to the kids to the men to everybody. It's a football state by far.
Oh yeah,
All the
definitely.
colleges that are big on football in Texas is all about football over there.
Nah, it's huge over here, bro. Real huge. So, but I ain't gonna hold y'all, brothers, man. I just appreciate giving me the time. Uh, Nesto, I did hit a grand slam off you one time. Do you remember
Yes.
that?
Believe it
You
or not,
remember that?
I remember the big shots off of me more than the big outs. As a
But
pitcher,
you,
I
but
always
do you,
remember the
but
guys
do
that
you
got
remember
hit.
that? But do you remember that hit?
I try not to remember those things in
I bet you,
detail.
you was pitching for the Titans.
Oh, I remember now. I remember you hit it in the gap.
The
Was it not in the
Yeah.
Titans
gap?
with Paulie,
The
right?
shot in the
Yeah.
gap, right?
Yep.
Yep. The one that lefty missed.
And then look, I ain't never get another
That was
good
a
hit
shot
off
in the
you
gap.
since then.
Yeah, he never get another good
That was
hit.
a shot in the
He
gap.
said he didn't get another one since.
Lefty couldn't do shit about that. That shit was right perfectly in the gap. I remember.
It was right in the gap, and then when I hit it, I said, "Oh, I got him." And then when Lefty didn't get it, I said, "Yes." He kept hitting.
I got mine.
Yeah, but you hit the shit out of that because that shit almost went to shortstop on the other side.
Yeah, it was a bomb, dude. And I
Yeah.
was like, "Damn, I finally got him." After that, pop up,
After that, he didn't get shit.
pop up,
It's not,
pop
but I
up.
tell you one thing, it's surprising how many of the older guys that mainly played with you, how often they say that playing against you.
Yeah.
I got my one. I was able to get my one at least.
Oh no, you're gonna get hits.
You
But my
gonna
thing is like, what's your overall average?
right? That's that's why. And then you got to remember, we played against each other
That's right.
some Sundays, but then in other parks we played with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew what pitches I can hit and can't hit, and he's not gonna let me get my best pitch. He's gonna give me, nah, you're not gonna talk to me at the end of the game like this. That's not gonna happen. So him, Speedy, Lenny Benjamin, Ricardo, Chris Howard, those guys.
Chris.
Come on, man. If I was lucky to get some good hits off them.
One of the biggest differences now, we were so competitive, bro.
Yes.
We were
Yes.
competitive about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Anything. We were fucking. You want to throw skelly? We're gonna compete. You want to play handball? We're gonna compete. Like whatever sport we did, we competed.
It's a
We
fact.
didn't just play. And I think the biggest difference for me now compared to them is that, you know what I'm saying, that the
love of the game.
Yeah, the competition against each other is not there. Yeah,
No,
we boys,
yeah.
but not in these 2.5 hours when we try
Nah.
And that's the
We're gonna
difference.
talk. You're right.
Remember,
We're
we
gonna
didn't talk to the other team. We have rules. A lot of teams, we didn't talk to the other team. That was one of the rules. Like, don't talk to them. Don't even look at them. After we beat them, you wanna hug them, do whatever you want. But in the meantime, don't talk to them.
Yeah.
Nah, we
Now
talk
they have conversations. They I don't understand.
I still that's definitely something that I, even being younger, try to stay with. Talk to them after the game, not during and not before.
I mean, I think you lose your edge when you talk to them.
I think so.
I think
I think so.
for a couple
That
of
I
hours.
tell
helps.
my
That
kids, I
helps
tell my kids that I
sometimes.
coach basketball with, like, y'all friends with, man, y'all ain't gotta be friends with these dudes until the game is over.
That's right. You want? I mean, you lose your edge when you get too
Shit,
friendly.
if you take it serious playing in the park, why wouldn't you take it serious on a game that matters?
Exactly. Nah, I'm here to kill everything in front of me. Nah.
Now,
we ain't-
we need. Now, this is what we need, right? Because somehow the brothers are not playing well at 50 and over. We have to get a 50 and over team to play in the Bronx. But I think that what we have now, we can't win with what we have now. Because that Bandits team in the Bronx, they stack, son.
That's so you need a real good 50 and over team with no headaches. You gotta say it like that.
No, but we need guys that can play, not
Headaches.
that's not gonna bring me back to 1995. I need the 2022 version.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's work on it. Because I mean, listen, we could go play in that league and we could talk about the past, but that's not gonna help us on that day. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. Can't live that memory out.
And then one thing about Hispanics, bro, they take this softball shit out of control, son.
Oh, listen.
That's the one thing. It's crazy.
It's lefties team in the Bronx, so imagine.
Yo, is there a team still called Lavares?
Where over there?
Last pitch in Brooklyn. Lavares.
Spell it.
Lovaras.
Oh, Loveras? I haven't heard of
Lavares.
it.
The only reason why I remember that, I'm gonna tell you, because my friend of mine I used to play baseball with, his dad owned a store. They played on Sundays. His dad ran the league. His dad used to bring in minor league. His whole team was minor league players.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
No, like he paid them. Real talk.
Of
They
course.
used to come in a bus. He had them matching from the batting gloves to the cleats to the warm ups.
Yeah.
I'm talking about they look professional. And he had a
And they
team.
were, and then they were at that.
They were. And I know they played in Highland, and I know they played in St. John's. I didn't know if he still had a team. That's why I was asking if they were still out there. But that was
Well, we have-
always the name of the team.
I wonder, you don't know if the guy's name was Aníbal? Because he's the one that's pretty much ran that league for like 30 years, pretty much.
If that was his first name, I know his first name is Jose. If you want me to tell you,
Yeah, but
what
I
it
know
mean in Spanish.
Aníbal is the one that runs the Highland League now. He's been doing it for like 20 years, something like that.
Okay.
Be a co-commissioner or something.
Yeah, maybe co-commissioner.
Like a co-commissioner or something.
But I just know he always had a league in there.
Yeah, but that's
the colors was always red and white. It was like the Cincinnati Red colors. Always Cincinnati Red colors.
We have to get a 50 and over team to compete, son. We have to.
That sounds a
You
little
gotta
more.
start making some phone calls, bro.
No, we got it. It's too late this year, but I think we could get by next year. We could be ready to try to beat that team. They won 5 years in a row, and I think they're gonna win 6 years in a row. I don't see anybody.
You know what that means? We're going into hostile territories.
Oh no, I could deal with that. I could deal with it. That shit don't mean shit to me. I could deal with the Hispanics with no problem.
I think there's some people we can probably put together.
We have a. When we could talk about this in the reunion.
Yes, that'll be the perfect time to put it together.
A lot of the 50 and overs are gonna be there. I'm gonna have to amp them up because I have to
Because you have to tell dudes to get in shape from now.
Yep.
Right. A year ahead. I tell them a year ahead.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Alan.
That'd be dope. All right, man.
We're gonna talk about it.
Listen, I appreciate y'all both, man. Thank you for giving me the time, my brother.
Thank you, bro. You take it easy,
Good to
bro.
talk to you.
All right, man. I talk to y'all.
God bless you.
All right, take it easy.
Later.
Later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just got off with one of my good friends, Nesto, his son on there. He grew up in that era with us, playing softball. He was watching all those times. So it's good to have a great conversation with my friends, man. I love it. I love having conversation with my friends and just talking softball, because that's what we did. At least when I was growing up and playing with those guys, that's what we did. We talked softball. So I felt good to always talk about something that we remember. And that's what this 860 is about, talking about the past, bringing back those memories that was lost that we didn't get on video footage. We want to, bring it out. If you got memories, bring it out. Let's talk about it. We know there were stars, superstars, Hall of Famers, but you know what? There were a lot of guys in between that helped a lot of those stars become who they are and help where they got. I want to talk to those guys too. So, but again, another great interview, in my opinion. Shout out to my guy Steve, Uncle. My prayers are with you and the family. You're just coming home after being in a coma for 2 months. I just saw you over Thanksgiving. We were just having a conversation, and to find out you're just now going home, man, it hurts. That's my fault for not reaching out and continue to talk to you. So if anybody's out there, please reach out to them, send them a text, let them know you're thinking of them, man. Prayers, you never know. Tomorrow's not promised. You never know. So I want everybody to please continue to reach out, man, and continue to talk to each other. So in saying that, I want to say anybody who is trying to watch any of the A60 shows, you can always go back to my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, Chopping It Up with A60. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can go back to my Facebook page. Please share and like what you saw. I would appreciate that. All right. I do this for you. I do this to have a great time, and I enjoy it. So I look forward to seeing everybody next week. Thank you for your time. Everybody continue to be safe and have a blessed day. A60's out.